the 2026 ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup on SEN Cricket.
We're not far away from the first ball here. Sri Lanka has won the toss. They've elected to field against New Zealand. It is a crucial Super 8s game in this group. Sri Lanka simply must win if they're going to play semi-final cricket. If they lose, that'll be it. And the next game, I think it's Saturday night. I've sort of lost track of where we're at. Will be essentially a dead rubber, which is a disaster for them. So they'll know that. They'll be acutely aware of the significance. So their team at the top of the order is Nasanka. He's made some runs in this World Cup, as has Kusal Mendes, the keeper. He'll open with him. Lanka, the batting all-rounder at 3. Rathnayake at 4. Kamindu Mendes at 5. Shanaka, the captain, at 6. He's been impressive from time to time as well. Wellalagi, the number 7 batter, but he's more of a bowler, really. Left-arm orthodox. Very impressed with him. 1 for 16 in the power play versus England. 3 for 26 overall. I think he's a gun international bowler, and he's only going to get better from his sort of diminutive standard, but he's got a natural action, and he'll be expecting to spin the ball tonight. Hamantha at number 8. Chamira at number 9. 5 for versus England. He's maiden T20 international 5 for, so he's coming in with some form, as all the Sri Lankan bowlers really. Thikshana at 10 and Madhushanka at 11. So that's the 11 for Sri Lanka. It's reasonably good on paper. I think they probably lack a bit of depth, but their top end is excellent. How does the New Zealand team shape up, Bryce?
Well, it shapes up really strong at the top. A couple of familiar names for Australian audiences. Finn Ellen, who spent some time with Perth Scorchers, reigning champions of the Big Bash. He will open with Tim Seifert, who is with the Melbourne Renegades. Rachin Ravindra. Now, I think he's an absolute star. Opportunity for him at 3. Glenn Phillips at 4. Mark Chapman, Daryl Mitchell. Now, Daryl Mitchell, I think, is going to play an important role should they get into that, because he has to face the spin and he has to be able to attack it, and he is good at doing that. So he plays an important role batting at 6. Mitch Snatner coming in as skipper at 7. Cole McConkey, who has he came in for this game. Yep. That's the one change they've had. Spinning all-rounder there. Matt Henry, Ish Sodhi plays an important role with his leg spin, and Lockie Ferguson with the wheels batting at 11.
Nicely balanced team, the New Zealand team. Just looking through it again, I haven't seen them yet. The only game I did that they were going to play was the one that was washed out against Pakistan, but they've got all bases covered. Mitch Santner as a left-arm finger spinner in 11 games versus Sri Lanka, 14 wickets at an economy rate of 6.38, and he hasn't played at this spin venue before, so he would be backing himself tonight in these conditions against an opponent that he enjoys bowling to.
Exactly. And he's probably been a victim of the great wickets that have been presented in India. Yep. Very, very good wickets, small boundaries. Now he gets his opportunity on a wicket that will take a little bit of spin. He's so crafty, left-arm orthodox, under the tutelage of Dan Vittori in his younger years, and he's equally as good. Change of pace, subtle, all that. Hits a length that's really hard to get away. I really like the way he plays, and as skipper, he's a very good leader. He's going to need to bowl well, and spin will play a very, very important role, and he'll be leading from the front with that.
Looking forward to seeing Allen play tonight. We saw the best of him at times in the Big Bash, and if he's not the best T20 opener in the world, he's in the best few, isn't he? He's certainly in the conversation, and he's so damaging for Sri Lanka. So he'll get for New Zealand. He'll get first crack at it with New Zealand batting first. Bryce, it's just one of those games tonight that Sri Lanka have to lift. They've played 2 poor games in a row. They're probably on a high after beating Australia. They've let it slip, and then we get to know the real Sri Lanka tonight. Is it what we saw against Australia, or is it what we've seen against Zimbabwe and England? That's the question that will be answered.
Exactly, and that's what World Cups do. They expose. There's nowhere to hide. They expose where you're at. Their lumpy performance, you can't just keep lumping along. You've actually got to find that level of consistency. So I am looking for them to bounce back and perform consistently across this game after a couple of losses. Also looking forward to talking a bit of golf with you today. I know you had a round at the National, Bryce, so we'll get to that a little bit later on as the match unfolds. 0433 98 11 16 is the number if you want to get involved via the text machine. We've been loving the interaction. Please don't hold back. 0433 98 11 16. Not far away from the first ball in the national anthems on SEN, thanks to Remitly, Worldwide Money Transfers, and Henley Homes.
SEN's expert coverage of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup for Host Plus. Named Best Super Fund by Money Magazine, Finder and Mozo. That's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. Check the PDS and TMD at hostplus.com.au.
You hear that? That's the sound of something building. Not just anything. That's someone's future. Some people build the hard way. But with CBUS, you can do it the smart way. CBUS Super. Build your something. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if CBUS is right for you.
Whether you're running a big project or juggling multiple sites, meetings and deadlines, that's a Kennard's Hire job. From roads, transport and renewables to schools and hospitals, if you're in charge of major infrastructure projects, Kennard's Hire has the capability, solutions and expertise to make the job easy. So when you need the right solution with 24/7 support, that's a Kennard's Hire job.
Hi, Kennard's Hire.
Talk to our experts today.
Kennard's make your job easy.
In refrigerated logistics, 1%ers make the real difference. Whether it's frozen, chilled, confectionery or dry, -1 is Australia's trusted family-owned logistics partner for temperature-controlled transportation and storage nationwide. Their large fleet of company-owned vehicles from vans to road trains and depots in all states means there's nowhere they can't reach. With over 35 years' experience, industry-leading logistics, integration and uncompromised safety, if it's palletised, metro or remote, your goods are in safe hands. -1, the degree of difference.
Up in Queensland, they're making something devilishly refreshing. New to Melbourne, Diablo Alcoholic Ginger Beer. Every sip brings a full ginger flavour with a lift of lime, gentle chili and a smooth, crisp finish. But only 7 grams of sugar per 100 mils and no artificial flavours. Plus, it's 100% gluten-free, endorsed by Celiac Australia. Diablo Alcoholic Ginger Beer. Devilishly refreshing. Distilled, not brewed. Produced with Queensland's finest ginger and pure Mary Valley spring water. Find your nearest stockist at diabloco.com.au. Enjoy responsibly.
Get ready for the road ahead. Save big time for your next adventure. The Gen 1 canopy clearance is now on at Maxliner Australia. Prices slashed. Limited stock must go. From just $4,400. 3-year warranty, 300 kilo payload, push button entry, internal steel frame. You can't go wrong. Well, unless you miss out on the deal, that is. Maxliner Australia. Gen 1 canopy clearance ends March 31. See website for T's and C's. Buy online now or find your nearest stockist at maxliner.com.au.
Say hello to OMG Oat Milk Goodness. They're celebrating the everyday champions of local cricket, giving one local club the chance to win a junior cricket coaching session with Australian keeper Alex Carey. Who would you nominate? Is it the coach, the minivan dad, the club president, or the mum who cuts the oranges and track the score? For your chance to win, visit sen.com.au/win and nominate an everyday champion at your local club.
Mimosa Homes V Collection is redefining what's possible, even on a budget. With prices starting from just $199,900, it's quality made affordable. Plus, every V Collection home includes our 50-year structural warranty, because peace of mind comes standard. Build your personalised quote online at mimosahomes.com.au. Mimosa Homes V Collection. Quality made affordable. T's and C's apply. V Collection homes only.
Mimosa Homes.
The Aussie Summer of Sport is here, and NAB customers, you're about to score some surprisingly good savings. Switch your home internet to Mate today and save $300 in your first year thanks to NAB Goodies. That's a massive $30 off every month for 6 months, then $20 off ongoing. Head to letsbemates.com.au/NAB right now.
$300 savings based on a connected NBN plan or an eligible Mate service in the first 12 months. $30 saving for 6 months, then $20 ongoing. New Mate internet customers who sign up and pay with a NAB card, full T's and C's at letsbemates.com.au.
For Remitly, one easy app to send money worldwide. And for Henley Homes, hard to beat. Ask other builders, then come back to us. Henley.com.au. The 2026 ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup on SEN Cricket.
Can't wait for this one. New Zealand versus Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka fielding first, which means they'll be chasing to stay in the tournament, essentially, which will deliver its own deal of pressures a little bit later on. I understand the better the cricketer you are, the more willing you are to chase, because it's like solving a puzzle. But realistically, runs on the board in a game where you need to win, that's absolutely huge. All right, New Zealand and Sri Lanka here. So the national anthems are about ready to get going, and then the first ball will be after that, and the teams are just walking out now. So let's go out to the middle for the New Zealand and the Sri Lankan national anthems. Proud national anthems, New Zealand and Sri Lanka. The Sri Lanka one I've heard a number of times, and it's
quite lengthy.
5 to 6 minutes, yeah, of their best work, I reckon. There's another game of cricket going on at the moment, Bryce. I'm actually watching on the other TV here, a women's game of cricket.
Yep.
That's South Africa versus Pakistan. South Africa 2 for 117 in a one-day, 2 for 118 against Pakistan over there. But I guess the World Cup game here tonight is significant for a number of reasons. One, New Zealand can have one foot in the semi-finals if they win. The second, they can knock Sri Lanka out. And I think there'll be a few happy teams knocking Sri Lanka out because, yeah, they can be up and down, but anytime Sri Lanka play at home, they're dangerous because of the spinners that they've got at their disposal.
Indeed, and their batters, they've grown up in these conditions. They're very, very familiar. Winning the toss, bowling first, puts New Zealand in that vulnerable spot. Yes, their batting is strong, but their ability to defend, it's what New Zealand like to do. They prefer to bat second because they're hiding their bowling and have.
Yeah.
It's the best way to hide your bowling is then know what you need to chase.
Yes.
And so it puts them in a vulnerable position. Won't see how it all pans out. Looks to be a good wicket.
Yep.
We'll see how it plays.
Loud stadium, isn't it? Colombo, good weather conditions, which is, I don't think anyone can appreciate that more than Salty, you and me, after the other night when Pakistan were playing against New Zealand. So rain not an issue tonight, which is an excellent result. We'll get a full game of cricket. England on 4 points, New Zealand and Pakistan on 1 point each. Of course, Pakistan will play 2, and Sri Lanka down the bottom of the table in this group at the moment. So it will be up to them. Sri Lanka will be hurting after that loss to England. They really that was a shocking loss. I think it's one of the worst losses for the World Cup aside from the Australian games, given that they bowled so well and they didn't even really give a yelp with the bat. But this is the good thing about tournament play. They get another opportunity to make it right tonight.
They do, with a big crowd behind them. Packed house here in Colombo. And those blue tarpaulins are tucked neatly around the boundary. They will not be coming out tonight, fingers crossed.
Bryce, as always, you're here for Host Plus. Host Plus doing a fantastic job helping us and supporting us, our coverage with this World Cup.
Doing a great job hosting my Super as well.
It's a double whammy.
It is.
And I'm sure your Super is looking...
doing a wonderful job.
Your Super's looking very good, I'd imagine, Bryce. You would have managed it excellently across the years, across your IT, Victoria, brief spell in the baggy green as well, which also helps. The scoreboard for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. Henley Homes is what we're here for collectively. Hard to beat. Ask other builders and come back to us. Henley.com.au. And, of course, Remitly. Worldwide money transfers. You cannot argue with that. Remitly, one easy app to send money worldwide. It's the full smorgasbord tonight. It looks like they're going to start Sri Lanka with in junior cricket you'd call it a half pitch, but it's silly mid-off. It's a straight, short mid-off with Seifert on strike, which is interesting in itself. A left-arm bowler from Sri Lanka will begin proceedings as well. And the other night, did I do this game with you, Bryce, or maybe with Barat? It's all rolled into one. Madhushankar against England was just bowling Yorkers.
Yep.
That's all he did. He tried to bowl 24 Yorkers. So he pitched the ball up, he'll give it a go early. Beautiful night in Colombo. Big, healthy crowd. Could work in Sri Lanka's favour.
We don't want to miss bowling too many Yorkers to these guys. They love it. Half volley central. They'll be looking to take on the shorter straight boundaries. Here we go, power play.
6 overs of mayhem coming up, one way or another. Long on and deep backward square, the men out. Seifert on strike. Madhushankar bowls in swing, inside edge onto the pad. They'll scamper through for a single, shy at the stumps. Backed up by the man in the deep. So Seifert's off the mark with one, and a bit of shape, Bryce.
It was late swing, so good adjustment with Seifert there because that was really late. It looked like it was going outside off stump and then hooped back inside edge into the pad and just into that dump zone in the point region. They get a single.
Did I do the England game with you or not? No, you didn't. That wasn't. So it was unbelievable. He literally bowled 24 attempted Yorkers. The occasional low full toss, the occasional half volley, but he was pitched up the entire time. I wonder if New Zealand would have analysed that. I'd imagine of all the countries they'd be the most likely to analyse that and they'd understand that they're going to give it a chance to swing early with Finn Allen on strike. Fielding position, isn't it, Bryce? Rarely see that start of a T20. Short mid-off.
Well, I guess it is because he does pitch it up.
In swing again and inside edge onto the pad. No run.
And that is his plan. So they're playing into his plan, and it also is a strength of both these players. You pitch up to both these guys, they will cream it. But having a a fielder right in front of their eyes makes you question a little bit of playing straight down the pitch. One little error, and that man is right in play.
Healthy noise, healthy stadium tonight. 0433 98 11 16 is the number to text through. Where you're listening from, what's your name? What's your favourite ice cream is the question tonight. Matashanka to Allen. He approaches now, he bowls. A bit of shape in again, and well fielded of his own bowling. Diving to his right. Makes me think of Shamin Navas opening the bowling when a Sri Lankan left-arm seamer is swinging it back into the right-hander. Not necessarily at speed, but good accuracy, and you're right, swinging it late.
What a career, Shamin Navas. You mentioned that. I think Matashanka's just a little quicker than Shamin Navas. He's pushing the high 130s at the moment, 138, that delivery. But the ability to swing the ball is not lost on too many Sri Lankans. Lots of them do it.
Here he goes again. Matashanka bowls to Allen and hoiks it over mid-wicket. Has he found the man in the deep? No, that's 6. Great shot. He playing with the swing. Finn Allen off the mark with a maximum.
Nicely played. I don't think he can get away with it quite so much in just pitching up. Again, full bit of swing. Perfect seam position. And I don't think he got any of that. That's a big, thick inside edge, and, well, it went the journey.
9 tournament sixes for Finn Allen. There's a long on. He got a squarer than that man, and a deep backward square leg. Can't imagine he's going to let Matashanka settle into this really full length without clearing that front mattress of his. Good batting.
So they're just debating on what they want to do. They look a little lost here. They shouldn't be surprised at what Finn Allen's doing. Actually, the umpire's having a word to the skipper.
I wonder what that's about. It's a stern word to the skipper.
It looked like it, didn't it? I don't know whether... I don't know. I'd only be guessing.
Matashanka bowls. Bunted down to long on for 1. Finn Allen moves to 7. 1 ball remaining in the first over. New Zealand none for 8. Looks like a good batting track already, doesn't it?
It does, actually. Yeah. Looks like a beautifully prepared ground. Big centre wicket table. Looks very bare, that area, but very flat and even. And then the outfield, well, that's lush, green, and it will be very quick.
Last ball of the over. Inside edge onto the pads to that fielder at silly mid off. None for 8. New Zealand on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
You top it, you shank it, you chunk it, you yell a lot. But then that one pure shot, a drive down the middle, a wedge that actually checks up, a putt that drops when you least expect it. That's why you keep coming back, because there's never enough golf. At Golfbox, we get it. The clubs, the bags, the gear, delivered fast so you can keep chasing that one good shot.
Hey, I think that one stayed in bounds.
Golfbox, there's never enough golf.
New Zealand none for 8 for Remitly Worldwide Money Transfers. I'm alongside the great Bryce McGain, who's a spin craftsman himself, and he's will be analysing this young man who's been so impressive in his short international career. Willilagi bowled well in the power play the other night, Bryce. 1 for 16, 3 for 26 overall against England. Just rarely bowls a bad ball.
No, length is his key. Left arm orthodox going around the wicket to these right-handers. His length is the key. Got a good arm ball. I don't know whether you'll try and really rip it early. Look to fire it in, but this is a challenge. Really deep in the crease is Finn Allen. Really deep.
Bowls now, upish on the back foot down to long off for 1. Allen setting up like he absolutely wants to belt it. He's crouched down like a baseballer ready to hit it over left field.
His backside is down really low, wide stance, so he's ready to go underneath it. Couldn't get under that one, although he was hinting and really wanted it.
Those West Indian batters, you can just tell they want it. Yeah, that's why they want to hit it a long way. They're not happy with a 6. They want to hit it 20 rows back. Wellalagi bowls to Seifert. Gives himself some room. He'll scamper through for 1 to long on. First slip in place as well. Not a lot of spin so far for the left-arm orthodox tweaker. Just 23 years old.
Again, that length. It had Seifert really unsure, and it just slid on. Is he going to turn? Is it not? Got the single, though.
Wellalagi bowls. Allen on the back foot. Cover drives it through the covers for 4. Picks the gap. He's in tip-top form, this man. You cannot get it slightly wrong. He will put you away, and he does that on that occasion.
Oh, terrific batting. That was precision. The power's there. You know he's got a big power game, but he's so deep in the crease, and then he's gone and put the weight, cleared the front leg, beat the short cover, who really didn't have a play in it. It's unusual to have a short cover this tight. They are really tight, and it's just got to beat them either side, and it's gone, and that's what's happened. They've pushed him back about 3 or 4 metres now, which is the right move.
Still first slip in place, and he cuts again in the air. Got to go for 4. Allen going hard early. 2 4s in a row. That one through backward point. I noticed on the replay for the last shot, Bryce will be the same for this one. He's so deep in the crease, he's almost hitting his stumps.
It truly is remarkable. So, as I said right from the top, Wellalagi, he will hit a great length, but Finn Allen is making sure that length that he's used to, he's drilled it into his action, is going to be too short, and he's able to play him off the back foot. This is clever batting against a bowler that is so accurate, a great power play spinner. He's found a solution, and he's off to a flyer, 16 off 7.
First slip's gone to backward point. Wellalagi bowls to Allen. This time he's lunging forward. He's driving to cover, just enough in the gap to pick up 1. You're right, it's really smart batting, because you'd imagine that against this sort of spin, batters would run at them.
Yes.
But he's gone the other way.
That's exactly right, and really clever batting. Most of the guys that come dancing down, I want to hit him off his length. No, he's allowing that length to be short.
Seifert's on strike now. That's a short delivery, pulled away to the deep for 4. That was a loose delivery, just as we were talking this spinner up. Well, that's a good over, really good over for New Zealand. 15 runs from it, then none for 23 from 2 and off to a fly on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
In this new era of ChatGPT and AI, the tradies of Melbourne have spoken. Us blokes want the real robot.
Robots got it.
Carpentry, fencing, engineering projects and DIY. Robot Building Supplies can help you get the job done.
Robots got it.
The original robot since 1946. Find us in Notting Hill, Sunshine, Preston, Dramana, Pakenham, Coldstream and Darnham. We're robot, but we're human. robotbuildingsupplies.com.au.
ROBOT, Robot Building Supplies.
None for 23 from 2 for Remitly Worldwide Money Transfers. New Zealand sent into bat against Sri Lanka.
Tom, superb batting. Both players getting onto the back foot, right back deep in their crease. It's not easy to do that. You feel really vulnerable, but it's worked beautifully. 3 4s in the over. And as you said, they're off to a flyer.
Madashanka bowling to Allen. Still a bit of shape into the right-hander, but he stays in the crease. Shy at the stumps at the non-striker's end from mid-off.
Tagged him.
I think he was in anyway. Again, New Zealand showing great intent, not just with their stroke play, but also their run between the wickets. None for 24.
Got branded on the run down as it went to mid-off. Took it on. Would have been a tight thing.
Ooh. The bat on the way through, ricocheted down the pitch. There he was in. Just even impressed with New Zealand so far. I know they're 2 very good players, but the intent's there. The good balls, they get 1. The loose ones, they put away. Madashanka delivers to Seifert. That's really full. Q ended to mid-wicket for no run.
It is really full, so it's going into Seifert's strength. It's such a gutsy move of how Madashanka bowls. He is getting late movement, swinging it in. That was a bit of an inside edge, bit of a blap to mid-wicket. But, oh boy, I'm getting nervous for him because Seifert is lining him up.
And he's clearing the front leg as well. The field is now spread. Third man and fine leg are in the ring.
Long on, deep mid-wicket.
Yeah, they know where he's trying to go. His little contests matter in the power play. Matashenka bowling to Seifert. Pitched up, edge. Dropped it short third man. He juggled it. It just popped out at the very end. It wasn't far away from being a miraculous catch. It was a tough chance. I reckon he's frustrated because he thought he had it. But when his elbow hit the ground, it popped out. Those moments matter, Bryce.
An absolute hanger. So that was the slower ball, and it just took a bit of grip. Left hand, it stuck, and then it didn't. And you're right, it was the elbow. Well, maybe he just didn't quite grab it.
He didn't actually have it initially.
No, Matashenka gave him a good serve as well. He's not happy.
Thikshana, the fielder. He did
Mighty effort.
He did save 4.
Was a good effort.
Yeah, save 4. Allen now on strike because they ran the single. Matashenka bowls and it's over his head. That's he clears the front leg and hits it for 4, and that's what Bryce is talking about.
So dangerous.
It's an aggressive length to bowl at this pace on this wicket. Number 29.
Particularly if pace is on. That ball before that took the outside edge was off pace a bit, and he didn't roll his fingers, but it was just a ball that had the wobble seam that went across the right-hander. That for Finn Allen is, well, right into his arc. Mid-on is not stopping. If he gets this in the middle and gets under it, it is gone.
Bottom edge. Short and wide outside the off stump. Triggers to the keeper.
That's his change-up. Nicely bowled.
I think maybe Thikshana was frustrated, not because it popped out at the end, but because he actually almost got it on the second go.
Yep.
He thought he might get second bite of the cherry, and he just couldn't control his body and his momentum, and then put it down.
It's a mighty effort. Horizontal to his left.
Yeah. It would have been an absolute hanger. Short third man is increasingly becoming a catching position, particularly in these conditions. If you play with that sort of intent in Australia, it goes over the short third man, but here it becomes a catching spot.
You bet it does.
Yeah, you also need a slip. Matashenka bowls, low full toss to Allen, bunts it to mid-off for 1. End of the over. New Zealand's are going at 10. They're none for 30 from 3 on the Tyre Power scoreboard, your trusted tyre experts.
To some, you're a plumber. To us, you're the everyday hero who keeps the world flowing. That's why, to celebrate World Plumbing Day, we're celebrating you. So plumbers, head down to your local Reece branch on Friday 13th of March to grab a feed, a cold drink, free, limited edition merch and plenty of good vibes. It's our way of saying thanks for everything you do. Reece works for you.
New Zealand have made a bright start, none for 30 from 3 overs in the power play for Remitly Worldwide Money Transfers. Bryce is here for Host Plus. And Sri Lanka, well, they've got some questions that need to be answered pretty soon. The man who dropped the catch, Thikshana, is now going to bowl. He's a sort of mystery spin, and he's taken a wicket of his first ball. Caught and bowled, Allen. It is a crucial wicket and a pivotal moment in this contest. He makes up for his drop catch, and Sri Lanka have their first with a danger man Allen departing for 23.
Well, it just held up in the wicket a little bit as Thikshana bowled a ball that was leg stump line. Allen went to turn it. A bit leading edge-ish, and Allen shaking his head. The mystery spinner, the carom delivery, just straight as he hit it to mid-on. Hung up in the air, and that one he hung on to. And with relief, he took the catch, tossed it away, slapped the ground. I think he's still frustrated after the drop catch at short third.
A dismissal against the run of play. Finn Allen had middled almost every single ball he'd faced. But he's gone caught and bowled to Thikshana for 23 from 13 balls.
That is a huge wicket. You called it. Massive wicket in the context of this game.
Yeah, if you're going to pick any New Zealand batter you want to go before they get going, Allen is the man.
Spot on.
He can win you the game in the space of 7 or 8 overs. So that's a big moment. And he was in, you know.
3 4s and a 6, striking 178. Big wicket. Now, Ravindra. gets his opportunity.
At number 3.
Excellent player.
Left-hander. So Theekshana will go around the wicket with... It's mystery spin. It's finger spin, though, isn't it? It's front of the hand sort of stuff.
It is.
He's wearing a headband tonight, Theekshana. He bowls now. Ravindra is watching it closely onto his bat, defending to the offside.
So it does have the Karen ball, which he bowled first up to Allen. And then the first up delivery to the left-hander, Rachin Ravindra, was more of the off-spin. Just held up a little bit.
That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Theekshana to Ravindra. Tossed up. Gives himself room, drives it down to long off for 1. It wasn't a leading edge. Like, it came off close to the middle of the bat. It's almost like he changed his mind late to play it to long off when it was a delivery that could have easily gone to deep square leg for 1. It's just a weird dismissal.
I think he tried to... I think he was concerned that he picked that it was a Karen ball and then went, oh, I've got to play it straighter, rather than he would normally work that. But here it sounded just funny off the bat. Obviously nowhere near the middle.
No. Theekshana bowls to Seifert, 1 to long on.
Oh. All sorts of tangled up. The batters there around the bowler, in and out. Rachin was shuffling all over the place. No chance for a run out as it went to the outfield. Theekshana, the leading wicket taker
for Sri Lanka. Not as many as our man, Shadley Van Schalkwyk.
No.
Still in 13 at the top of the pops. He's gone home. He's watching on TV and he's still leading. He's a star.
Just kept shoving him in his pockets, didn't he?
4 for against India, 4 for against Pakistan. Ravindra off the back foot. Drives to long off. A very square long off. What is going on there? The fielder's slipped over on the way in and they'll just settle for 1. Weird.
Much faster delivery. That was 100. Kind of fell in a rabbit hole in the outfield. He just stumbled forward, but his spikes all caught up. Anyway, they weren't pushing for 2. Would have been an easy 2 had they been pushing.
Absolutely. So that was a hallmark of what Harry Brook did last night. Running from the wicket.
Superb.
Absolutely.
And put pressure on the field time and time and time again.
Last ball, Theekshana's over to Seifert. Doesn't get back past the bowler. Great over. Against the run of play, he's gone for 3 and taken a wicket. New Zealand 1 for 33 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
Be bold this autumn carnival at Flemington. Super Saturday is on March 7th and it's louder, brighter and bigger than ever. Be captivated with 2 blockbuster Group 1 races, the All-Star Mile and the Yulong Newmarket Handicap. Be moved as John Stevens performs after the last race. Be there this Super Saturday, March 7th at Flemington. Get your tickets now from just $30 at vrc.com.au.
Bryce is here for Host Plus. We're here for Remitly, one easy app to send money worldwide. And New Zealand is here to make a big score. They made a bright start, 30 of the first 3, and they lost 1, and it was Finn Allen caught and bowled in the previous over for 23. And it just changes the whole complexion, the whole feel of the game, doesn't it, Bryce?
Oh, absolutely.
And Shamira bowled with great pace the other night, 34 years old. Just a gentle reminder, maybe a strong reminder against England that he still has a lot to give at this level. He's going to be Sri Lanka's 4th bowler so far tonight. He's bowling to Ravindra over the wicket. Length delivery, driven almost through mid-off. No, it's well fielded. Uralagi diving to his right. It's a nice classical off-drive for 1.
Well fielded. Live wire at mid-off. Nicely done.
Nice technique, Ravindra, doesn't he? You haven't seen much of him. Stands tall. Different ways to skin a cat. High front elbow.
Yeah.
Top hand. Complete different to Steve Smith. And other batters we've seen in this World Cup so far who are far more agricultural, but he's a traditionalist. Seifert's 8 up from 8 balls, so he's having to play second fiddle to Finn Allen. How does he approach this now? Shamira bowls to Seifert. uses his wrist, flicks it down to deep square leg, and he's taken. Seifert departs. He picked it off his hips. It was travelling for 6, but the catch is taken on the onside. Shamira continues his strong run of form, and New Zealand have lost both openers. Another big moment.
Well, a big advantage to Sri Lanka now. Seifert flicking that over square leg, straight to that man who had to take a good catch, had to leap up in the air, 2 hands above the head, would have gone for 6, took the catch about a metre inside the boundary marker. Well judged. And if you could ask for the 2 batters out of the way, it's Allen and Seifert, the leading run scorers for New Zealand. They're back in the shed. Hand over to Glenn Phillips. Rachin Ravindra is out there. So the pressure goes to others.
Shamira, I mean, when you're on. It was a leg and middle stump length ball that it wasn't a shocker, but it wasn't necessarily a genuine wicket-taking delivery. But again, they set a smart field. They know that he likes to flick. They know that he likes to play square off his hips.
Crowd are absolutely humming.
So Mendes takes the catch. It was a good catch as well, above his head. Went with pace. He was going for 6. Had he dropped it, it would have gone over the rope. Oh, Sri Lanka on top now. And yeah, you're right, it's loud. What a vibe. Glenn Phillips, 29 years old. Right-handed batter. Big job ahead of him now. Shamira steaming in. He bowls to Phillips. Yorker. Beautifully bowled and well dug out as well. That was a searing Yorker. 141.7 k's an hour. There's an appeal for LBW. It's come straight off his bat. The captain's come in to just ask the question, but I don't think it's got anywhere near his front pad or his front toe. They're still asking the question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. That's a good decision by Sri Lanka.
He was looking for something, and no one wanted a bar of it. None of his team want to have a look at it. Just needs to tap a shoelace on the way through, and his feet were way out of the way. I don't know what he's looking at.
What a ball to get first up. High stakes. Sri Lanka need a win to play semi-final cricket. Shamira bowls to Phillips. Slower ball. Scampers through for 1 into the onside. He's off the mark, Phillips. New Zealand 2 for 35 from 4.4.
Phillips has been in reasonable touch. 42 against Afghanistan. Didn't even get a hit against the UAE. Out for 1 against South Africa, and a 76 not out against Canada. And of course, the last game was washed out against Pakistan. So 76 the last time he went out into the middle. He'll be feeling it. A week of training, 8 days of training now. Big power hitter is Phillips. Rachin Ravindra on strike now, the left-hander. They need to build a partnership desperately.
Shamira bowls. Ravindra drives on the up through the offside. Shot of the day. Really classical cover drive. Lovely to watch. An element of ease. 2 for 39.
Oh, that's superb batting. And on the up was the call, because that sort of moved away from him. But that's the top of the stumps, and he's driven it through the covers. Went on the front foot. Not much of a gap, but he picked it.
It's a proper shot. It shows how good this pitch is. And it's wide. Pick up the 2 openers is huge. Quick outfield. Last ball of Shamira's first over to Ravindra. He's beaten on the inside. Excellent delivery.
Hipped it back.
Yep. New Zealand are 2 for 39 from 5 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
As a traditional caring butchery, the Butcher Club source quality produce delivered with exceptional customer service. But it's simply not your average butcher shop. As founding corporate members, the Butcher Club are proud to support the Superheroes Foundation that assists families impacted by brain cancer. Superheroes Foundation helps cover expenses such as medications, travel, childcare, hospital parking, specialist appointments and anything in between, with 100% of proceeds going directly to those in need. Superheroes Foundation and the Butcher Club, helping families affected by brain cancer.
2 for 39 from 5 overs, New Zealand. They're in a spot of bother because this pitch looks to be a good one for batting, but Sri Lanka have picked up the 2 openers for Remitly Worldwide Money transfers. First it was Finn Allen gone for 23, and then it was Tim Seifert gone for 8. Now it's Ravindra and Phillips who are batting. Ikshana bowls, hits the pads of Phillips going down the leg side. 5 balls left in the power play.
Yeah, big biting off spinner on that occasion. Not what Finn Allen got. Finn Allen got the carom straight up. First opportunity, Phillips gets a look at him. It is the big spinning down the seam off spinner.
Ikshana bowling to Phillips. Delivers now. That's more of the carom, or at least the arm ball. Scamper through for 1 to mid-off. So from 3 overs, they were none for 30. Since then, they faced 14 balls, made 10 runs and taken 2 wickets. Sri Lanka. So 2 for 10 from the last 14 balls after being none for 30 from the first 18. It's a big swing in momentum.
How great is to hear the band in the background?
Love it. Love it. Takes me back.
Trumpets blaring out.
Takes me back to Gaul this time last year, Bryce.
Wasn't that brilliant?
Yeah. We literally jumped in there, didn't we? Your idea, that social media video. Ikshana bowling to Ravindra. It's short. Ravindra slaps it to cover. Well fielded. Keeps it to 1. Excellent bit of work. Diving to his right. Oh, the social media content when we were in Sri Lanka was excellent, I thought, Bryce.
We had a lot of fun. It was so engaging.
Yeah.
Have you been able to see the big lion walking around the outfield here?
Yeah, not tonight, but they showed it the other night. Brad loves the big lion. Yep. As do we all.
It's a genuine sweatsuit during the middle of the day in Gaul.
Oh my God, it was sweaty wearing a polo.
Yeah.
Let alone that. Ikshana to Phillips. Defends. Well bowled, not giving away the stumps.
Carom ball that time. Phillips guessing.
Bryce, I get the feeling, and Adam Zample displays this well, sometimes it's better for a spinner not to spin it in T20 cricket. Just bowl stump to stump.
Yep.
The illusion of spin. Ikshana to Phillips. Bowls outside edge. Might be a tough drop chance behind the pegs. Not even sure if the keeper got a glove on it. A scamper through for 1 to short third man. It is a chance. Let's see if he got a glove on it or if it was just his back right thigh. I get a sense he got a finger on it. Right?
Yeah, what a seed. Carom ball comes out. It was at the stumps. Hit him on the thigh, but maybe in the arm. Flicked the arm and onto the thigh. But it was right at the off stump, and it was the outside edge that saved him.
Big outside edge, really. Last ball, the power play. Ikshana to Ravindra. Uses his wrists. Works it wide of mid-on and hits it beautifully for 2. I thought it was a lovely shot as well. Impressed with him. He's 10 from 8. Phillips 3 from 6. End of the power play, 2 for 44. From 6 overs on the Tyre Power scoreboard, your trusted tyre experts.
This season, Tuscan Path has everything you need to get the look for your outdoor space at home. Backed by Aussie DIY legends and pro landscapers for almost 40 years, Tuscan Path helps bring gardens to life, whether it's a weekend project or full outdoor upgrade. From stepping stones to pots, pebbles to garden edging, pavers and screening and more. Find the Tuscan Path range at Bunnings Warehouse or learn more at tuscanpath.com.au.
Madashanka bowls to Allen and hoiks it over mid-wicket. Has he found the man in the deep? No, that's 6. Great shot. Well, he bowls. Allen on the back foot. Cover drives it through the covers for 4. Picks the gap. He's in tip-top form, this man. Took first slip in place, and he cuts again in the air. That'll go for 4. Going hard early. 2 4s in a row. That one through backward point. Mystery spin, and he's taken a wicket of his first ball. Caught and bowled Allen. It is a crucial wicket Shamira bowls to Seifert. Uses his wrist. Flicks it down to deep square leg. And he's taken. Seifert departs. He picked it off his hips. It was travelling for 6. But the catch is taken on the onside. It was all looking so good for New Zealand at none for 30 from 3. But at the end of the power play from 6, they're 2 for 44. Seifert and Allen gone. Sri Lanka fighting back. Bryce McGain for Midley. One easy out to send money worldwide.
They are. They've done exceptionally well. The two dangerous openers are back in the sheds. I think Shana's bowling incredibly well and struggling to pick the New Zealand batters. His over's gone for 3 and 5 and he's creating chances. So run rate 7.3. It's steady enough. It's not horrible, and it is showing that this pitch is taking some turn. So it is evenly poised, I think, at this stage. So you can't, no one's really taken the advantage.
If you had to pick one, who would you rather be?
I like what it's showing for Sri Lanka, that spin is on, and they'll turn to it a lot. And New Zealand have got their work cut out now. All these great power hitters are going to have to come up against some spin. So Rachin Ravindra has been good. His last night, 59 not out. So he and Glenn Phillips put on a few against Canada and did very nicely. That was in Chennai. This is very different conditions than Chennai. So wait and see just how they can adapt to this spin-dominant attack, which will be all at them now with the field spread at the end of the power play.
Those wickets really came against the run of play, particularly Finn Allen, who was humming. 23 from 12 he was when he spooned the ball back to the bowler. Bryce, I tell you what, that cookie I've just had all time. Hamantha to Phillips. First slip in place. Driven in the air. Down to long off for 1. Choc chip cookies, you don't want it too soft, you don't want it too hard. A bit of girth, a bit of texture.
These are home-baked.
I was going to say.
They're home-baked by a dual Olympian. There you go.
Wow, I would pay $15 for one of those cookies at a cafe, and I'm getting it for free tonight, I assume, unless you want to invoice me. Who's the dual Olympian?
Virag Bella, a Hungarian canoe paddler.
Wow.
Is my daughter-in-law.
Please tell her I said thank you, and she's welcome to make him any time as Ravindra pulls away at the last moment. Hamantha was in his bowling stride.
Gee, that was late.
Very late. And
to exit.
And how did Hamantha hold on to the ball?
I would have bowled.
And then claimed a dot. Hamantha's leg spin to Ravindra. It was a stumping appeal. He went to play a half sweep shot. He was caught between looking to cover drive it, looking to hook it away on the leg side. And in the end, all he could do was just see it go underneath his bat. But he kept his back foot in the crease, Ravindra, and he'll survive.
He just got caught out because the length was immaculate at the very start of the innings. They're actually having a look at this. I don't know whether he lifted his foot at all. It didn't appear to be. So no one seems too stressed. But they're just checking, I suppose, do the right thing.
Yeah. Copy. Thank you. I've made ready to make my decision.
Yep, no issue. I think when the keeper isn't confident and the keeper has the best view in the world for those ones, then
it's a real feel, isn't it?
Yeah, you know it's out.
You can look and feel the touch.
Hamantha twirling away, bowling to Ravindra. Tossed up. That's driven back past him. Lovely shot.
Take 4 there.
Really nice hit. Straight as a die from Ravindra. Lunging forward. He's a classy player. 2 for 49.
Hamantha, the immaculate length of the ball before. Step hit. Overpitched. It was the leg spinner. Overpitched. Can't field that. Straight down past the bowler for 4. Straight at the side screen. Nice batting.
Ravindra cuts the way down to deep cover. There is a fielder, and they'll get 1. 50 up, 6.4 overs. It's an interesting battle out there. You're right, the run rate's healthy enough. 2 wickets down, and particularly the 2 openers hurts New Zealand.
I think what they'd be looking for here is just a boundary and over. You don't want to be too reckless and try and hit the sixes and do that, but hit a boundary and over, and then just hit a lot of ones.
Yep. Phillips nudges into the covers, no run.
So one boundary, 4, 5 singles, there's your 8, 9, and you're building from that before you are forced to really go after it, because spin can rattle through you and there'll be lots of spin overs going at them.
Over the bowler's head this time from Phillips.
Chipping.
Yeah, it was a little lob wedge. No, more like a 54-degree chip, actually. Just a little chip and run that Bryce McGain, you play so well. End of the over, they get 2 off that one. And New Zealand are 2 for 52 from 7 overs on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Trust the Tyre experts.
At Tyre Power, you get the power of better buys on big brand tyres. Right now, you can keep the cost of living down with a better buy on big brand Falcon or Dunlop tyres. Buy 3 and get 1 free on a great range of Falcon and Dunlop tyres suitable for passenger and SUV vehicles. That's buy 3 and get 1 free on selected Falcon and Dunlop tyres. Big brands, better buys and better for your safety too at Tyre Power. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local independent owner.
Another bowler for Sri Lanka, Lanka, to bowl his off-spin, right-arm off-spin. They're 2 for 52, New Zealand from 7 overs for Ridley. Worldwide money transfers. Bryce McGain with me.
Interesting call here to get Lanka, the part-timer, on in the 8th over. I thought they'd really want to put the squeeze on, but trusting the fact the off-spin to the left-hander.
Lanka bowls, you're right, Ravindra clears the front leg, blocks it down to long on for 1. Sri Lanka won the toss, lets it to field first at a venue New Zealand haven't played at yet this World Cup. They've been in India, Chennai, Ahmedabad, more batting-friendly venues. This requires, well, potentially you to be a little bit more circumspect, although you wouldn't have known it in the first 3 overs.
No.
But it is spinning.
No, it takes some real batsmanship and craft to solve these problems.
That's it. That's pulled away from Phillips. And it's taken in the deep, but it's on the bounce. Or maybe it's a drop. Diving to his right, the fielder. It would have been an absolute hanger. The fact the crowd is clapping it tells me that they're happy that he's saved 4. Bryce, talk us through this.
Well, he went with that vertical bat pull shot, hoiking it away.
Oh,
one of the most incredible efforts. He's dived full length, reached out, and the ball had passed him on a half volley. It wasn't a catch. He couldn't get to it. But he stopped 4.
It could be the best half volley take I've ever seen. Lanka bowls, Ravindra down to long off for 1. Amazing stuff. Clean as a whistle, dive into his right on the half volley. That's more difficult to execute than a catch dive into your right.
You bet it is. It's taken a bit of the outfield, just so smooth. Save a certain boundary and just kept it to 1. Three singles so far in 3 deliveries. Lanka, the off-spinner, part-time. He'll bat at 3.
He's around the wicket to Phillips. Not much spin. And Phillips is pulling it down to long on for a single. 2 for 56 from 7.4 New Zealand.
Phillips just muscles that down there. Yeah. He's a big, strong man, and he's a power hitter. He really wants to get after them, but clever spin bowling, not giving him any room or length that he wants.
Lanka to Ravindra. Down the wicket is Ravindra. Lovely shot again, even just for 1. He's beautiful to watch. I think the Australian public's going to enjoy him out here in the upcoming summer. 5 singles so far from this over from Lanka.
As I said, both these players put on a big partnership against Canada. That was their last game. That's 9 days ago in Chennai. Suffered a washout in Colombo.
Lanka bowls. Phillips is on the back foot. He wants 2 to deep mid-wicket. To get it in the gap, he does. Excellent bit of running from New Zealand. It gives them 7 runs from the over.
Nicely done.
59 from 8 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Trust the Tyre experts.
Level up your summer. Hydrate smarter, better, faster every day with Level Up. It's the hydration supplement that'll quench your thirst and hydrate you faster than water alone. Yep, summer won't stand a chance. Each sachet is packed with key electrolytes and minerals and low sugar content. And it's scientifically proven to make you more hydrated. With 5 delicious non-carbonated flavors to choose from, just add water and level up your summer with Level Up. Available nationwide at Chemist Warehouse, Coles and On The Run.
Henley Homes, what others call extras, we call standard, up to $95,600 of value included every day. Thanks to Tony and the team. 8 overs into this one, New Zealand ticking along, 2 for 59, Phillips 10, Ravindra 18. Mantha's leg spin bowls to Ravindra, who's down the pitch, hitting it over the bowler's head for 6. What a fluent arc. It makes it look so easy. Impressive. His first big one.
The band keep playing. He got to it. Great footwork. He skipped down to turn that into his length. Turned it into step hit. It was well bowled, but you got to really commit, and he did. Big first step. He's a long way down the pitch. He's a good 3 metres down the pitch where he's got to that. A massive first stride and quick. Didn't go early. That's the key to that. If he goes early, well, the bowler can adjust. He didn't have time to adjust, put it on the good length, and he was down to clip that to the side screen. Beautiful batting. That went 98 metres. That's a big hit.
Proper shot. Proper shot. Mantha's going around the wicket now with his leg spin. Interesting tactical move. We'll get Bryce to analyse it. Bowls.
There was a googly as Tom takes on a sneeze. Nice battle, you versus Sneeze. I reckon it won the Sneeze.
Yeah, Sneeze got me. What? So around the wicket's interesting. You very rarely see that in a T20.
Yeah, it was not a bit of a cunning plan just to get him off strike. Around the wicket, into the pitch. Wrongen goes out to the sweeper to deep cover point. Gets Phillips on strike. He's battling.
Back over the wicket, and that's over his head. Whacked it for 4. Phillips is in a mood now. And Mantha's just over pitched a couple of times in this over.
Trumpets are blasting. They didn't like that at all. They overplay when they get smacked down the ground like that. That's just a power hit. Muscled down, over pitched. He wanted the bowl to the right-hander. Tossed that one up. Gutsy call.
That's a batter who's just happy to hit it as hard as he can. A Mantha to Phillips again. That's outside the off stump.
Release
Cut
ball.
away to the man in the deep. They should come back for 2.
Yep.
And they do. Good bit of fielding, but good running as well from Phillips and Ravindra together. This partnership is building now, Bryce. New Zealand are putting together a reasonable little recovery. It's 36 from 25 balls.
It's a tough delivery, that, because he bowled a really good release ball. The idea is to just get 1, but they were able to get 2. It's gone to the big side, and twice in the last 2 overs they've been able to hit that big side and run 2s.
Amount of bowls, cut away from Phillips to backward point. No run.
Mantha with an expensive over here. Most expensive since the second over. Already at 13. Last ball to come now. Phillips would love to take him down.
Mantha to Phillips. Cut. The man in the deep on the offside for 1. Yeah, it's an excellent New Zealand over again. Now they're going at more than 8 runs and over. 2 for 73 they are from 9 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
Be captivated this autumn carnival when the All-Star Mile returns to Super Saturday on March 7th at Flemington. This is your chance to own the mile and to experience the race day as an owner while watching the All-Star Mile from the mounting yard. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be in the mounting yard with a horse with some sort of a hope of winning the famous All-Star Mile. You'll also have the chance to win a share of $200,000. The All-Star Mile at Flemington, it's Super Saturday, supercharged. Enter at vrc.com.au/own the mile. T's and C's apply.
We're here for Remitly, worldwide money transfers. New Zealand 2 for 73 from 9 overs. No extras so far, so Sri Lanka have been disciplined and, frankly, excellent in the field.
Yep, they're doing a good job. Controlling things. Power hitters are starting to crank up, though. Some good signs. Some Good signs off the text machine too. We'll get to you. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah. 0433 98 11 16. Be part of the conversation. Bryce, would love to hear from you. Shamira's bowled 1 over, 1 for 6. And he's back into the attack now. Has the wicket of Seifert. Bowls to Phillips. Defends down the pitch to long on for 1. Phillips moves to 18. Ravinder's 25, 2 for 74. What's a good score here, Bryce? Have you seen enough to give us a range?
It can change quickly, and the reason it can is the spin. I think Shana's showing that he's a real handful. He's got 2 overs up his sleeve, and they've got options left, right and centre, so they can throw some real challenges. Mixing and matching. Interesting they've gone with pace on here. Chamira's bowled 1 over, 1 for 7. Or 1.1 now, but 1 for 7, so got the wicket of Seifert earlier on, caught a deep square.
So give us a number. What do you reckon?
170, 165, 170.
Yep. Especially given Sri Lanka's batting in the last game. Shamira to Ravindra. That's well up in the air. It's toe of the bat. It should be out. The man comes in from long off and it's dropped. No. He ran all the way in from the boundary and he shelled it just as we were talking up Sri Lanka's fielding. It should have been taken. At this level, in this sort of match, those are the moments which can define a tournament.
Well, Ravindra got deceived. A beautiful slower ball, the leg cutter, fast arm action. He went through with the shot and hit it straight up the chimney. It's gone probably 5 metres behind where the umpire stands. In comes the skipper. He gets a blast. Chamira just gives him a proper spray. As he's put that down, he came running in. His head was wobbling all over the place. He never looked like he was going to catch it. He was all at sea.
Shanaka, the skipper. A big moment. Chamira to Phillips, and he's out! Phillips picks. Phillips goes. Chamira now has 2. 144.5 k's an hour. Bowled. Sri Lanka have 3, and Chamira's fired up.
Well, there's some anger in that delivery. Phillips is out 18 off 18. Clearly striking 100. But he wanted a piece of him, and, well, he's cranked it up. Chamira, that skidded in, had a bit of angle, and just darted in, took the stumps, and he is pumped. Superb bowling. 3rd wicket falls. Big breakthrough. Phillips, the power hitter, back in the sheds.
3 for 75. Shamira's having a fantastic World Cup. 5 for against England, a losing team. Now 2 for 8 off 1.3 against New Zealand.
I think he surprised him. That was sneaky quick.
That was.
And got through him, and stumps were everywhere before that bat had really come down. Really mistimed it.
Daryl Mitchell, the new man. He was due to bat at number 6 according to the team sheet, but he's on 5.
Yeah, Mark Chapman down the slippery pole. And why wouldn't you bring in someone with his experience? Daryl Mitchell, he's the problem solver. A good all-round game. He's been in these hot situations so many times before. World Cups, One-Day World Cups, T20 World Cups. He's the man you want now. Big right-hander.
It's an excellent game of cricket so far. Just tilting back and forth. Actually decked in a little bit, didn't it?
It did.
To the top of middle and leg.
Late movement. It swing.
Look at Phillips' face. You can actually see Phillips go, oof. Didn't expect it to do that at pace as well.
Yeah, that was the thing. Pace and movement.
Chamira to Mitchell. He's defending down the pitch. Chamira fields it and threatens to throw at the stumps. And has this wry smile to the New Zealand batter. It's great when, even in these conditions, a bowler like Chamira can be so effective.
You're spot on. And you do with it. Airspeed's airspeed.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Well, what pace did you call it?
144.5.
There you go. Like, that's up there. For a wiry sort of character, I think that's why he surprised England. Just his pace on is terrific, but then his pace off the leg cutter that he just had a drop catch, which was Ravindra before.
Yeah.
Great skills.
He's up and about. bowling to Mitchell. He's back on the crease, defending to mid-wicket for no run. The other night when we had time to field, Bryce, we were talking about Sean Tate in our On This Day segment.
Yeah.
And Sean Tate took 23 wickets in the 07 World Cup in Sri Lanka. Airspeed. Airspeed is airspeed.
Even on slowish wickets, it can have an impact.
Not saying Shamira is Sean Tate, but mid-140s, that's sharp.
Dean reckons New Zealand must get 160 plus or Sri Lanka will win.
Thank you, Dean.
All things being equal, their batting form hasn't been that great in chasing.
Yeah, they made the call.
They get another chance to do it. They did.
They're chasing to stay in the tournament. I mean, it's like serving to stay in the match, isn't it? You're expected to do well, but you've got to stay level with your head. It's a good way to put it.
If you win the toss in tennis, you're serving first.
Yeah, absolutely. Last ball, the 10th over. Shamira is on a heater, it must be said. Just 2 runs from this over. Mitchell's yet to get off the mark. He bowls to Mitchell. Hits him on the pad. Flicks down the leg side. Well taken by the keeper.
Yeah, good.
Mitchell thought it might be a wide, but I was sure it hit his pad. End of the over. And New Zealand are 3 for 75 at the halfway point on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
Tradies, this one's for you. The brand new ABN TradeMates app is here. Made by tradies for tradies. Smart tools for the job right there in your pocket. Stay connected with access to the ABN Group's community updates, the latest news, tips and seasonal info. Plus, up-to-date safety info and alerts. And when you need support, Subby Assist has your back. Unlock exclusive rewards like sports and concert tickets just for being part of the crew. Download the new ABN TradeMates app today. Stay informed, stay connected and get rewarded.
Halfway point of this innings, and it's a good game of cricket, I've got to say, for Midley. One easy app to send money worldwide. New Zealand lost the toss. They're 3 for 75 from 10. Bryce McGain telling us that 170 is a good score. And
Dean reckons 160. Yep. I said that before.
What about Brett? This is unreal, guys. My oldest niece is here listening with me. She's a day off school today and was desperate to listen to your commentary.
Unreal.
Shout out to Samara. Thanks for listening, Samara. Willagi bowls. This time, slog sweep from Ravindra onto his back pad and dribbles down the pitch. It's good to get a different audience, isn't it? Samara listening, Brett, Dean, anyone off the text, 0433 98 11 16. Where are you listening from, Brett? Where are you placed? Willagi bowls. Width, which means he can slog sweep for 4 to cow corner. Ravindra. Will that drop come back to bite the Sri Lankans?
Not a bad delivery, but this is superb batting. Rachin Ravindra had to take it from outside the off stump and he flat batted a sweep shot to wide mid-on. Now that takes some skill. That's precision off a sweep shot. Not just to hit it, but to get the gap, beat the 2 in the deep mid-wicket, and the deep long on gets 4.
Gets 1 this time to long on. Ravindra looking the goods despite being dropped a couple of overs ago. Catches win matches, Bryce. You know, I wonder whether Shamira would have bowled 144.5 had the previous catch been taken. You know, that was an angry delivery. It was angry length delivery that darted back and hit the top of leg and middle. That would get batters out in 4-5-day cricket.
Gave his skipper one proper serve for dropping it.
Probably justified. Don't drop that.
There is emotion. It runs high after a drop catch.
I can imagine. Can't imagine you giving your skipper a serve.
No way.
Not your guy. He's over the wicket now, Willagi. Mitchell's sweeping. It's outside the leg stump. They'll settle for 1.
Don't really like this play because Mitchell is a good sweeper and it sort of plays into his strength. Left arm over the wicket to the right-hander to bowl outside his leg stump. Not sure. See how it plays out. Maybe it's just to give him 1, get him up the other end, but Ravindra's on a bit of a heater now.
Well, like he bowls to Ravindra, who was dropped on 26. He's now moved to 32 with that cut shot for 1.
Remember the timing on that cut shot? Like, really slapped it and it flew.
So I haven't seen a lot of Ravindra. I'm trying to compare him to other left-handed batters, and I reckon when he drives, particularly through the offside, he looks like Alistair Cook.
Ah, right.
But, and when
technically good elbow, all that sort of
when
stuff,
he cuts,
high
he's
elbow.
tall.
Yeah.
But at the crease, he's quite low like Usman Khawaja. Left arm over the wicket. Mitchell turns around the corner for one. End of the 11th over. 3 for 83 from 11 New Zealand. On the Tyre Power scoreboard, your trusted tyre experts.
Do you have or need a trailer with air brakes? With almost 130 years of experience manufacturing in Australia and with branches in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and Perth, Rogers Willex has a solution for you. If you require a full ADR approved axle and suspension system, or you're simply needing spare parts for your existing Rogers axle or suspension, you can now order online at rogerswillex.com.au. Rogers Willex, engineered to perform and built to last since 1896.
Sri Lanka have bowled 6 bowlers: Madhushanka, Willalagi, Dikshana, Chimera and Hemant. They've all bowled 2. Sri Lanka has bowled 1 for Mitley. Worldwide money transfers. New Zealand 3 for 83.
They've got options left, right and centre. That's the easiest way to do it as a skipper, I suppose. Just keep rotating them around. Everyone's got 2. Coming on now, Dikshana. This is their big play at the 12th over. He has been really hard to pick.
Yep.
They want to see the back of Mitchell.
He dropped Seifert and then he got Finn Allen a couple of balls later. Caught and bowled. Cut shot. Mistimed, but still finds the gap on the offside. This is Chris, as bad as the Aussies were, it's so good in Perth to hit the sack each night at 9:30 to a World Cup game. Must admit, I drift in and out of the second innings, but somehow wake up knowing who won. Thank you, Chris. Yeah,
brilliant, Chris.
Sometimes forget that Perth's a couple of hours behind and it's just prime time over there.
Yeah.
Hello to all our Perth listeners. Tom Morris and Bryce McGain with you. Hope you're enjoying the coverage.
Do we say good day to Tim from Kunabi?
Dikshana takes another. Ravindra spoons it to backward point. He's taken the 2 big scalps. First it was Allen, and now it's Ravindra. Caught at backward point for 32. New Zealand have lost 4, and Dikshana is on a rampage.
Excellent bowling. A wider off spinner, went to cut it hard, and he got a bit of a top edge, and the catch is taken at backward point and head to the heavens. Threw his head back. Can't believe he misexecuted. It was a ball that had a little bit of extra bounce. That's why it took the top edge. And he's on his way as he just was getting started.
Amantha takes the catch. It was a simple one, but still an important one. New Zealand's in trouble now. They're 4 down. They've got a longish sort of tail. Chapman, the new man at number 6. You're right, Bryce. Dikshana. Dikshana and Chimera play such an important role. Sorry, Chimera. Between them, they bowled 4.2 overs and taken 4 for 17.
Yep.
What about that?
Dikshana currently ranked 16 in T20 bowling ranks. I suspect he'll be going up after this performance.
The fancy chances against Chapman, the left-hander. Cuts it straight to cover, no run, off the middle of the bat. Sounded lovely.
Just watch the back foot no ball here. He's around the wicket. That back foot is right out near the return crease. No issue on the wicket, but he's getting really wide here.
Oh, another one. Chapman is bowled with an absolute perler. Pitching on middle, hitting the top of off. For a purist off spinner, that's as good as it gets. Dikshana.
Nathan Lyon is salivating after that one. Tuning into SEN at home. A regulation off spinner. And why can't they bowl in T20 cricket? Absolutely superb. He loves it. The headband. There's the uppercut celebration. And he's got 2 in the over. And Chapman has been undone with the ball angled into the left-hander. Pitches, straightens, hits the top of off Theekshana is a match winner. 3 for 9, and he hasn't even knocked over his third over yet.
And out walks the captain, Mitch Santner at number 7. He can bat, but 7 does feel high.
I think he's in the bowling all-rounder class.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
No,
I think he's really capable. Actually, a good player of spin, good sweeper.
Okay.
Both directions. He's got to get the job done here. It's on.
Theekshana. Chimera and Theekshana have both taken wickets in the last couple of overs with proper deliveries, thoroughly deceiving batters who are playing defensive shots, which tells you how well they're bowling. This crowd is up, Bryce. They smell blood. They sense blood. They know one more wicket, they're into the tail. New Zealand need its captain more than ever. They've lost 3 for 9, sorry. Theekshana to Mitch Santner, defends on the front foot. He wants one. Could be a run out at the keeper's end. He's just back in time. Santner wanted one. He was sent back. Mayhem.
Mitchell had no interest, and the bowler was sort of running across him, and it was probably a bit confusing. It's probably the right call in that situation. He was blocked off by the bowler, and safer not to, and all's well that ends well. Imagine a run out there. We've got a replay of that delivery, and we're going to see it a lot. It was such a seed.
It's a highlight for this World Cup. Santner defends. That ball came straight on with the arm. And that's the end of the over. Theekshana twirling his way towards a man of the match performance if Sri Lanka can win. Here's 3 for 9 from 3. New Zealand 5 for 84 from 12 on the Type House scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
Pancare Foundation supports Australians facing upper gastrointestinal cancers, including pancreatic, liver, biliary, stomach and esophageal cancers. These are some of the toughest cancers to detect, with an overwhelming impact on families. That's why, with your help, Pancare provides support through diagnosis and treatment while driving vital research. Together, we can create real impact today and hope for tomorrow. Stand with Pancare. Show your support at giving.pancare.org.au and click Campaign Change the Game from the drop-down.
Well, Sri Lanka were, my apologies, New Zealand were 2 for 75. Then they lost Glenn Phillips, then they lost Ravindra, and then they lost Chapman. They're now 5 for 84 for Ridley. One easy up to send money worldwide. Woolaga's bowling, and he has Mitchell. He slid right through him, bowled him. What a moment for the young man. He's joined the party. 6 down, New Zealand. They are crumbling in Colombo.
Spin was going to be the Achilles heel. They were going to get a lot of it thrown at them. And that is a ball that I don't know how it went that direction. There you go. Left arm orthodox, spinning like mad, hit the shiny side and continued on with the arm through the gate. Clever bowling by the young left arm orthodox. And Mitchell can't believe it. He looked at it and went, no, well, that's got to turn. I've got to play for it. Through the gate, 3 off 7. Oh, this game has been turned on its head.
Amazing. They've lost 4 for 9. That's right, isn't it? They were 2 for 75, now they're 6 for 84. They've lost 4 for 9, New Zealand, in 10 minutes of utter mayhem. So, yes, he thought the ball was going to turn, but he was also beaten in the air. He was lunging forward, which tells you how well this young man is bowling. McConchy, the new man, at number 8. Sri Lanka could run right through him here. They're bowling so well, and they have the momentum. They've wrestled it back. We were talking 160, 170, and so were those on the text machine. New Zealand will be lucky to get to 140 at this point.
Spin was always going to be the challenge. And these conditions are vastly different to what New Zealand have been playing on in India. Much truer wickets in India, smaller grounds. The runs are up, the batters are going well.
First slip in place. Well, he bowls. Defended from McConchy straight to cover. Relatively new listener here says 2-100. Thank you for the awesome and informative coverage for those who don't have subscription to watch. Keep it up. Appreciate that.
Well, give us your name.
Yeah.
Great to hear from you. Well done.
Willagi bowls to McConchy. Slides on with the arm. They've got a single to long off. It's always good to have new listeners. Hopefully we're keeping you informed. Bryce McGain's expert analysis for Host Plus. I've enjoyed that as always tonight. Lovely delivery again.
Just superb. And you're right, it was length. He's got the ball to drop. He got drawn into forward. He thought it was at a particular length that he could push and drive at. It wasn't. It dropped 30 centimetres shorter and then skidded on. Superb bowling.
He's got a lovely bowling action. Not tall, but a really smooth, easy action. Not dissimilar to maybe Steve O'Keefe. Short run up.
Yep.
Simple. Looks like he was born to execute this craft on the world stage. Willagi bowls to Santner. He's very circumspect. That's a half volley that he's blocked to cover. Understandably so.
Well, he's feeling the tension. They just need a partnership desperately here.
Willagi bowls. Short. Trying to get it down to long on. They should get a single. The man at mid-wicket dived. It was a slight misfield. And they do. Santner is off the mark. So, Brett, I asked him where he's from on the text machine, Bryce. He's from Skipton, helping his brother save his property after the fires. He says he'll be with us until the tournament ends. Thank you, Brett. Always good to have loyal listeners with us the whole way.
Brett's certainly one of those. Yeah. Communicating all the way through the Big Bash and through, well, everything that SEN posts up. It's terrific, Brett. Stick with us. I don't know when you sleep, mate.
Willagi bowls. McConchy's on the back foot, caressing it to cover. All the way along the ground for no run. 6 for 86 New Zealand from 13 after being sent in on the Tyre Power scoreboard with Trusted Tyre Experts.
Next time you're refueling your car, look out for Sonny the Kookaburra at your local Sunrise. That's how you know you're dealing with a trusted and independent local store. There's over 1,200 Sunrise stores Australia-wide. Visit newsunrise.com.au and do what the locals do.
Look out for the Sunrise. Enjoy local service delivered with a friendly smile. Look out for the Sunrise. Enjoy local choices, the best within a country mile.
6 for 86 for Henley Homes, what others call extras, we call standard, up to $95,600 of value included every day. Bryce Lanka is now on to bowl. And the Sri Lankan fans are loving this because they are right on top. It was 2 for 72, and now it's 6 for 86 New Zealand. Lanka bowls to Santner, who's watchfully playing it down to long off for a single.
And they're just throwing more spin at them. The part-timer, Charith Lanka, coming on now. So much pressure on New Zealand now. How do they find their way out of this? The run rate is plummeting. They're losing wickets. All the guns are gone. Phillips, Ravindra, Chapman and Mitchell. That's all happened in the last 4 overs.
Yep. The field is spread, but there's a short mid-wicket in place. There to stop the one, but also there to take a catch. McConchy's on strike. Right arm around the wicket. Slides on across the right-hander. Back foot cover drive to cover. No run.
Yeah, McConchy is feeling the pressure here. The mid-wicket and the short cover are playing an important role on the length that Asalanka's bowling.
Bowls now. Inside edge to that man of short wicket. Is it McConchy or McConchy?
McConchy, I think.
No worries.
Yeah.
There's a young fellow who plays cricket at St Kilda Cricket Club and also for Japan, and his surname is McConchy.
Oh, right. Same spelling.
Same spelling, but I'll back you in. McConchy. Lanka bowls a bit like Aravinda De Silva, doesn't he? Slow right arm off spin. Hits him on the pad, McConchy, but he's a long way down the deck. Sometimes slower the better as well.
Oh, that gripped as well. And that mid-wicket is right in play. So just feeling for it. High up on the back leg.
Pulled away from McConchy. That was short. There's a man in the deep. For 1.
6 for 86. The score here. We're into the 14th over. Vikshana has 3 for 9 off 3 overs. That's what all the shouting is as the host broadcaster replays that. 6 for 88.
As Lanka bowls, Santner defends. End of the over. 14 overs gone. Bit of a drink. 6 for 88 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
We've got a big summer of sport for you with ESPN on Disney+.
What an atmosphere tonight.
Featuring the NBL Finals. Hold on to your hats! And NCAA March Madness.
Championship madness.
As well as live NBA, WNBL.
Puts it up and gets the shot.
NHL. And UEFA Women's Champions League.
Extraordinary.
With ESPN on Disney+, sport is on the main stage all summer long. It's good. Stream big on Disney+.
Munder's leg spin bowls to Ravindra, who's down the pitch, hitting it over the bowler's head for 6. Samira to Phillips, and he's out. Phillips goes 144.5 k's an hour. Bowls. Yep. Shana takes another. Ravindra spoons into backward point. Oh, got another one. Chapman is bowled with an absolute hurler. Pitching on middle, hitting the top of off. For a purist off-spinner, that's as good as it gets. Big Shana. Well, like he's bowling, and he has Mitchell. He slid right through him, bowled him. What a moment for the young man. He's joined the party. Excitement levels are high. Sri Lanka are on fire. They had New Zealand 2 for 72 from 9.2. We're now 14 overs into this one. So, what's that? That's 4 overs plus 4 deliveries. 28 balls later, in that 28-ball block, they've taken 4 for 16.
Yep.
6 for 88 from 14 overs. Bryce McGain.
The run rate's plummeted. It was above 8 at one point in time when they were really getting going. 6.28, so it's just a smidgen over a run of ball. And they're battling. New Zealand are right on the ropes here. The knockout blow could come.
The question is, Bryce, is Sri Lanka ruthless enough to bowl them out for 105?
Well, this is where you go to your best and chips in, let's go get it, rather than just, we might, you know, our death bowlers to come. And no, this is the opportunity. If they get a breakthrough now, then you're right down Henry, Sodhi, Ferguson. Well, that is a tail.
Yeah, that's right. And it will take some serious effort to wag in these conditions, because walking out to bat when it's spinning like it is, it's no easy task for the specialist batters, let alone the seamers.
Not good news for our SEN NZ listeners.
Yeah.
It's not good news at the moment. Can they fight back?
Willagi, left arm, orthodox. Sweep shot straight through to the keeper. McConkey unable to connect.
And that sweep shot looks like they've had a chat at the break and said, okay, well, we've got to find a way to score here. Look, I'll just go to my sweep. He doesn't look that adept at doing it.
I think Willagi will back himself. That's slower.
Yeah, clever.
And it's just an inside edge. This time, back to the bowler.
You want to sweep? Okay. He's slower, higher, wider. You're going to go and sleep. You sweep. He's just reading the game beautifully here. 75 k's an hour, that delivery. It took speed right off it. It's also slow, and it's also a dot. Back to the bowler, Willagi. Well, he got hit early, but he's taken 1 for 25 now, 3.3. There's your quicker one. So mixing pace up here. McConkey, 2 off 10. Yeah, we'll go McConkey. 2 off 10. Loves bowling to right-handed batters. Well, he is many left-arm orthodox spinners do. This was cut to backward point for 1. This brings Santner on strike. So what are we learning about the pitch? What are we learning about the conditions? There's some spin, and it is holding up. And it's actually keeping a little low now as the ball gets a little older. Particularly Lanka. Now, he's a shorter statue, but the ball is sort of skidding low, and it's getting hard to bat on here. Now, if they can find a score, even if it's 120, 130, it could be a challenge to chase. Yeah. Sanders on strike. He misses a cut shot through the keeper. He saw the gap at backward point. His eyes lit up.
Well, he causing some damage. He's gone for 1 run from this over from 5 deliveries.
It's superb bowling.
Yeah, it really is. That's 88 k's an hour. This is full, driven to long off for 1. Santner will hold on to the strike. He moves to 3. Yep. 6 for 90 from 15 overs. Sri Lanka right on top.
iPartners has changed the game for high net worth investors because iPartners delivers exclusive access and greater choices through exclusive deals, diversified funds, and flexible risk profiles. More choice, more control, more ways to wealth, more ways to invest on your terms. Designed for high net wealth investors, accessible on iPartners' easy to use platform. iPartners, invest in more. Visit iPartners.com.au. For wholesale investors only, consider the risks. Learn more at iPartners.com.au.
Sri Lanka 6 for 90 and New Zealand relying heavily on their captain, Mitch Santner, who's been a good finisher for a while. You said that, Bryce, and it's bang on. They desperately need him. 30 balls remaining in the innings. A run of ball gets him to 120.
Chris off the text machine, it is all about Santner now. It is all about him. He needs to do it. If they can get to 130. I think the wicket's playing a few tricks here, a few skidding, certainly turning. New Zealand have picked the extra spin.
Yeah. It's Sri Lanka bowling. Driven off the back foot by Santner to cover for no run.
Done a great job, Sri Lanka.
Last 24 balls, 3 wickets and 7 runs. This game has turned on its head. Almost like we haven't seen so far in this World Cup. Certainly not the Super 8s. Down the pitch is Santner, bunting the ball over the bowler on the bounce for 1 down to long off. 6 for 91. Can New Zealand get to 130, 135?
Well, it's all on the skipper now. It's in his hands. Cole McConkey. I'm not convinced yet.
No.
He might find a way.
Not the only one, Bryce. I'll give you that much. Sri Lanka bowls to McConkey, who's down the pitch. Hits him on the pad. I'll scamper through for a leg by. Still not convinced, but he's down the other end.
He'll take the leg by. Skipped down, didn't get to the pitch. That ball spun back into his pads. Sri Lanka has bowled some good deliveries to him. So, take the leg by. Left-handed Santner on strike now. He's 4 off 10. McConkey 3 off 11. 6 for 191. 16th over.
Sri Lanka bowls. Santner hooks it down to long on. Can they come back for 2? No, they'll settle for 1. Which will leave McConkey on strike to face 3 balls. He's looking out of touch, McConkey. He's 3 from 12. Proper crowd in Colombo, Bryce.
They're lit up.
It's good. Good to see. Sri Lanka win. They stay in the hunt to play semi-final cricket. They lose, they're out. Swept away from McConkey. Nice shot for 4. A much-needed boundary for the right-hander who's looked all at sea. And for New Zealand, 6 for 97.
Well, the last boundary was back in the 9th over. That's like in the Ice Age in this game. It's so long ago. We're in the 16th over. There just has not been a boundary. Such has been the dominance of the Sri Lankan bowlers. But we found a way. Cole McConkey, not a household name. Not a household batter either, but he's found a way on that one. Maybe this will lift him.
Sri Lanka to McConkey. He's on the back foot again, turning it square of the wicket on the leg side. And much to the delight of, I think, Sri Lanka, he will hold on to the strike. For the start of the next over, 6 for 98 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
G'day, it's David Zaharakis here. These days, I've swapped my footy boots for triathlons. And trust me, the right gear still counts. Whether I'm running marathons, chasing a personal best, or just getting the training miles in, I only wear Underworks sports socks. They're engineered for performance, designed for comfort, and, most importantly, built for the long run. Underworks, the number wonder down under for socks. Find them at all leading retailers.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Tom Morris and Bryce McGain with you. Chris on the text, 6 for 98 for score. Chris on the text said, have always had a soft spot for New Zealand since being obsessed with the quality of Martin Crowe in the late 80s and 90s. Jared Waitley mentioned in his show, if New Zealand make the semi-finals, the Aussies have to then qualify for the Olympics. So go Sri Lanka. There's been some information around that. Dan Bredick reporting one thing and Crash Craddock reporting another. I don't know who's accurate, but let's just say to be safe.
contrasting views.
Contrasting reporting. Yep. Chimera steaming into McConkey. He has 2 already. Flicked away for 6 over backward square leg. That is a shot. He's gone 4-1-6 his last 3 balls, McConkey. And New Zealand bring up their 100 in the 17th over.
Well, we found out something pretty quick about Cole. He likes the pace on.
Yep.
He has flicked that with ease over square leg. That's a mighty shot. Taken on the short boundary. Beautifully done. Now they've got some momentum back. New Zealand brings up the 100. 104. First ball of the 17th over.
Chimera steams into McConkey. Beaten outside the off stump with a genuine slow ball leg cutter. Is that fair, Bryce?
Oh, that's it. Well, it's gripping for the quicks as they go to a slower ball.
Yeah.
Beautifully bowled. So this is the mix of pace that Chimera has. Airspeed, he got the bowl. He picked up Phillips with a 144 ball that seamed back in, and then he's got that slower ball.
McConkey's 14 from 16. Chimera is so skillful. Bowls now. That's flicked away again. It's gone high in the air for 6. McConkey, you're right. Don't give him pace on, Bryce. You pick that up just as he did. He moves to 20, and New Zealand are fighting back, 6 for 110.
Well, he's got his shot, and Chimera is attacking the stumps with pace on. Deceived him with the slower ball before. That one didn't deceive him one bit. He's taking it to the short boundary. 2 6s for the over.
McConkey looked nowhere against spin. Against pace, he looks like Brian Lara. Right, it's amazing the contrast, isn't it? All about matchups. This partnership is 26 runs from 26 balls. Good little fight back. 6 for 110 New Zealand. They might get to 140 if they keep going like this. Chimera bowls, Yorker. In fact, it's more of a low full toss. 1 to deep backward square, bringing Mitch Santner on strike. 13 for the over with 2 balls remaining.
Great striking by the spinning all-rounder.
Looks like Chimera has a leg cutter slower ball, but I haven't seen him bowl back of the hand or off cutter yet.
Yep. Suddenly this partnership, after all sorts of carnage between the 10th and 13th over, where 4 wickets fell, this partnership 27 off 27, and they're back.
Chimera to Santner, leg stump, guides it into the leg side. They might look for 2, they'll settle for 1. They'll attempt it. Smart call, not worth the risk at 6 down.
They wanted 2 to that long boundary with the deep. So that's where the right-left hand combination can come in. That short boundary will always be in play. And well worked out there. They tried to get 2, weren't able to. Santner hasn't got going. 6 off 12. But your man, Cole McConkey,
my man,
now 21 off 18. Are you hopping him in the stable?
Well, he was your man when he was munging it. He's my man now he's whacking it. How's that? How's that for a deal?
Well, he loves pace on.
When he was 3 off 12, Bryce, it was all yours.
No one was buying shares, but they're on now.
Oh, it's skyrocketed.
Yep.
Stock market's almost crashed. It's so lucrative. Last ball of the over coming up. 14 runs from this Chimera over. He's still had an excellent day, Chimera, but taking a bit of tap, bowling to McConkey. He's around the wicket to the right-hander. Slower ball. Cut. Backward of point. He's hit it well. It might even go for 4. No, it's well fielded. No, it goes for 4. It's poorly fielded. My apologies. He got round to the fielder. He stopped it. And then it trickled into the Toblerone. A really good over. 18 runs from it for New Zealand. And they're, well, somewhat back on track. 6 for 116.
Sometimes the key to your financial security is where you already live. Hi, I'm Rob Walker from AR Property Investments. Did you know that your home could be the answer to securing your family's future? At AR Property Investments, we're about your financial goals. We will do everything possible to help you support your family for years and generations to come. Call us this month and we'll come to you for a free one-on-one education appointment. You can't predict the future, but you can control your financial future. Visit arpropertyinvestments.com.au.
6 for 116. Oh, New Zealand.
Big over. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
18 off it. Tom, you called it. There's life in New Zealand. The Kiwis, they're fighting back.
They do fight.
Thikshana, well, he put a stop to it before. He's back on to bowl his last over.
He's had some day already. Did they just see him off? Trying to get 6. How does Mitch Santner play it? That's a wide outside the off stump.
Goodness me.
In fact, they'll get a single because it's poor keeping. Didn't take the ball and allows the right-hander to get on strike. Just lazy keeping there, Bryce, I've got to be honest.
That's the first wide in the whole innings.
Yeah.
And we're out at the 18th over.
No balls, 1 wide.
Discipline.
They were disciplined against Australia, Sri Lanka. They lost a bit against Zimbabwe. They were disciplined against England. They just batted poorly.
Band are letting rip now. They want Sri Lanka to fight back. Trumpeters are up and about. Trombone.
They just dance for 4 hours, these Sri Lankan fans.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Energy's fantastic.
Thikshana bowls. Playing a miss from McConkey. Clear discrepancy, McConkey versus spin compared to McConkey versus pace.
It's like he's batting with a blindfold against spin. He is all at sea. He can't pick up the length and he's going back to balls he should go forward to and
I get
vice
the impression you'd
versa.
like to bowl him yourself, Bryce.
Oh, wouldn't I?
Thikshana to McConkey, switch hit.
Oh.
Actually executes it pretty well as a left-hander when he can't play as a right-hander for 1 down the deep point. 6 for 119. New Zealand. 16 balls remaining in the innings. I feel like a peppermint tea at the halfway mark, Bryce, I reckon.
That'd be delightful.
I'm a non-coffee drinker, so I think a peppermint tea is the way to go.
I've got another one of these dual Olympian cookies for you too.
Jesus, they're an Olympic standard cookie, you're right. Gold medal cookies.
Yeah, they are.
Jeez, they're good. Thikshana to Santner. Slow. Cut well into the deep at backward point. It's going to spin away from the fielder. It's saved and knocked on for 4. Again, poor feeling from Sri Lanka, similar to the one in the last over. Can't keep on giving up these runs. 6 for 123.
Well, they've been immaculate with the way they've fielded. In fact, they've fielded the house down. They've been really good, bar a couple of drop catches, but their ground fielding has been superb. And twice in the last over, they've got to the ball, stopped it on a slide in the boundary, and then coughed it up. And the crowd, oh, gee, they weren't pleased with that at all.
Thikshana to Santner. Swept. Does he have enough on it? I reckon he does. Proper shot for 6. That's why the 4 the ball before really hurts. 4-6 in the last 2 balls.
Wow.
This partnership is now, I think it's 45. From 33 balls to rearguard action, Bryce.
Santner going to the short boundary. It's always in play with the right left-handers there. Just 68 metres and it's cleared up by 10. It is a little boundary and they're all over it.
Full toss.
Oh, that's no ball.
Yeah, it has to be a no ball, but he might have also hit it for 6. I reckon he has. This is a big moment. Is that a no ball? It's gone for 6 over deep mid-wicket. What does the umpire say? Looks like Santner's going to review it if it's not called. And we're going to review it. So it wasn't called a no ball, and Santner sent it upstairs, as you can do in this World Cup. You can review non-no ball calls.
That's an excellent innovation.
It's the same in the IPL, but not the BBL.
Yep. Why not the BBL?
Don't know. They have to bring it in.
You need to investigate that. You're the journalist. Investigate it for me.
It's a big moment. It's gone for 6.
I want to know by tomorrow night.
Over the waist, Bryce?
Is she over the waist? You bet it is. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
It's over the waist. Good call.
Probably
Hasn't been decided yet.
Probably belly button height, I reckon.
Yep. Depends where you wear your waist, your trowel though, doesn't it? If you're a high panter. Crunched it though. 2 6s and a 4 in the over.
Oh.
It's all blowing up.
So from his batting stance, they can draw a line here, horizontal line, whether it was over the waist or not. He did step forward.
They're using the ball tracker.
Fair delivery. Jeez, it was close. Amazing. So from where he hit it,
it was above his waist.
But from his batting stance, which was back in the crease, it was just okay. This Santner couldn't believe it, but you can't argue with that. That's good technology.
Yeah, I like it. The right call has been made. 3 for 28, Thikshana. Last ball of his spell.
Santner's 22 from 15. He's hit 4.66 the last 3 deliveries. Outside off. Cut into the covers and cut well. Will they come back for 2? They do. Really expensive over from the Sri Lankans, and New Zealand now have
21 off it.
A bit to bowl at. 6 for 137.
As a grower, we know you're always thinking about every way to get more from your country, because we are too. So if you've ever wanted a true partner who listens and works with you, you'll find that with Boss. And once you ask around and get to know the performance of our range of seeders, air carts and sprayers, you'll be thinking even harder. Boss Agriculture, growing growers. To find out more, visit bossagriculture.com.au.
2 overs remaining. New Zealand at one point were 2 for 72. And then, so in fact, they were 2 for 75.
You know, I did say, if they get to 120, 130, they've got a game on. They're at 137 and they've got 12 balls to go. They very conceivably can get to 150 here.
At least, yeah. Oh, that's only a run a ball. If they get 20 off the last 12.
It's remarkable.
157. So they've got the momentum now. McConkey and Santner doing an excellent job.
Pace on for McConkey too.
Bowls Yorkers, guided down to third man for 4. It was a wide full toss, low full toss. McConkey was up to the challenge. He moves to 30.
He's turned into A.B. de Villiers against the Quicks. He's got a little paddle, getting the Yorker away. Wide Yorker, he angled that away, open blade. I'll put it down to third man, I'll take my boundary. You get 2 straight, I'll hit you to the short boundary. They're trying to bowl away from the short boundary, knowing he can flick you over there, but still, he took it on. Superb. They're going to load up the offside again. Only 3 fielders on the onside. A long on, deep mid-wicket and a short fine leg, and he's looking to bowl tramline Yorkers.
Madashanka bowls. That's it's almost a no ball. Yes, it's given a wide. It was so wide of the off stump. I know McConkey stepped across, but
it's off the pitch.
It should be a no ball. It should be a free hit.
Can they review that? No.
No.
It's gone outside the return crease.
Where's that ball landed, Bryce? Just inside the edge of the pitch.
The cut stuff, but outside the return crease, which is technically off the pitch. Can't have that.
Well, Sri Lanka have lost their way a little bit here.
Yep. Misfields in the deep. They're feeling the tension.
Madashanka bowls. Wide Yorker. Slapped away over backward point. There's a fielder in the deep.
Good hustle.
Yeah. 6 for 143 now, New Zealand. What a weird innings. So, 2 for 75. They then lost 4 for 16 from the next 28 balls. And now they're humming again. This partnership between McConkey and Santner is sitting at 59 runs from 37 balls. Amazing stuff. New Zealand's highest ever 7th wicket stand in T20 internationals. What a time to do it, Bryce.
Just extraordinary turnaround. I didn't see it coming.
No, I also didn't see this collapse coming. Like that. I don't really know what to make of the pitch.
Twists and turns. It's the best reality TV there is. It's the best reality radio.
Madashanka bowls to Santner, who's yorked, and bunts it down the ground so softly that they're going to come back for 2. It's where it pays to mishit it. He played a Yorker And he'll hold on to the strike. He's 26, 6 for 145.
Excellent awareness of Cole McConkey, knowing that it had been hit with a rolled-up newspaper and was just dribbling to mid-on. He was in and out. He took it on, and he was able to get and run the two and get back to that danger end. It's all flowing for New Zealand now. The momentum's with them. They're skiing downhill. This is superb.
Matashanka left arm over the wicket to McConkey. That'll be a wide down the leg side. Sri Lanka's...
The execution now, it's getting wobbly.
Oh, they've been left wanting, haven't they? They had a chance to ram home a significant advantage, and they failed to do so. New Zealand were on the ropes, Bryce. It looked like they were going to be bowled out for 110. A couple of misfields, a couple of poor deliveries. All of a sudden, it's fairly close to an even game. They can get 160. Matashanka bowling to Santner. Full toss. Launches it. All the way for 6. Over long on. Do not bowl there to any batter in the world, let alone the New Zealand captain. 6 for 152 with 8 balls left. They might get 165 or 170.
This is unbelievable turnaround. That was knee roll height. Went for the Yorker. You miss and you pay the price. Over mid-on. A long way over mid-on.
I've seen a team with their best is so good and their worst is so poor as Sri Lanka in the last 4 games they've played. Matashanka bowls to Santner. Oh. That will be a wide over Santner's head, I'd imagine. Well over his head.
Oh, it's unravelling.
It is unravelling. That's the word, isn't it? It's a mess.
And it's got contagious. Started with the field, a couple of misfields that are just knock-ons that go to the boundary for 4 when they'd actually got there. The bowlers now are feeling the tension. They hadn't bowled a wide till the 18th over. Now it's all... The wheels have got wobbly. They've lost a wheel.
Yeah, lost 2, I reckon. 3 wides in the over. Matashanka bowls to Santner. That was in the slot. He'll be frustrated with himself there. Hooks it down to long on. Bit of a misfield. I'll come back for 2. That was a genuine half volley that was there to be dispatched. And I reckon his eyes lit up almost too much.
Well, Matashanka, he's getting expensive now.
18 runs from the over with 1 ball remaining.
3 wides have been delivered. You just wonder what the cost is going to be. We talk about it as a GST ball, and there's been a few of them. Here's another one. This can really cost you. I can't believe they're 155 now for 6. Yeah. I cannot believe it.
Sanders got his 1000th run in T20 international cricket. He's 34 not out. Matashanka bowls. Yorker bunted down to long off for 1. 19 runs from the penultimate over. It leaves New Zealand at 6 for 156. McConkey's 31. Santner's 35. This partnership, Bryce, is 71 from 40 balls.
What?
For the 7th wicket. What are we watching?
This is absolutely extraordinary. They were nowhere.
How important momentum now for New Zealand?
The 17th over went for 18. The 18th over for 21. The 19th over for 19.
58 runs from the last 18 balls.
Unbelievable turnaround. New Zealand, for taking it deep, you've got to congratulate them here. These 2 players have said, not on our watch, it looks ugly, it looked messy, they look gone. And now Sri Lanka have made the error. They've run out of time, too slow, bring a fielder in. It's going from bad to worse. Another over for 20 and the game is gone.
Yep.
I feel.
Yeah, I'm with you. That last over, 9 ball over, certainly hurt their over rate. That to have finished 1 minute ago.
But they all look at sea, like it looks like the fielders, they don't know what the plan is out there. They're hustling around to areas they don't know where they're going. They're looking at each other with their hands out at their waist going, oh, where do I go? Well, what am I doing? They're standing around the pitch like under 14s here.
Yeah.
Like, they're in disarray. I did not see this coming.
So Chamira, who's done his job, 2 for 26 from 3, bowling with speed. He's now bowling to Mitch Santner, who's got his eye in, and he's clearing that front leg. He's got a high back lift, steps across, outside the off stump. It's a legal delivery. Mitch Santner stepped across, meaning it wasn't a wide.
So short boundary to the leg side. So that's why he's bowling that tram line out there. The field is set to the big boundary.
I take everything back I said about Mitch Santner, Bryce.
What did you say?
I thought it was maybe might be a spot too high at number 7. Not the case.
No, he's really capable.
And you did say that at the time, so credit to you. Not for the first time, Bryce.
So the field is interesting. Short, fine leg, a backward square inside, and a long on. It's all on the offside otherwise.
He goes over long on this time. Does he get enough on it? He does for 6, Mitch Santner. They're feeding him throwdowns. What are we watching? Sri Lanka imploding in front of our very eyes. It's an all-time capitulation, and it's in front of their home crowd.
What a schmozzle. And he knows where it's going to be. There is no option to shut this down. Their death bowling has been diabolical. I'm stunned. 162 now, Tom.
4 balls remaining in the innings. They might get 175. They might get 180. Chamira to Santner. Wide Yorker. There's actually an appeal for caught behind. I don't think he got any bat on it. The noise was Santner bat on ground. In fact, they're going to go upstairs. It's a review from Sri Lanka. Hopeful, I would have thought, more than confident.
Shanaka with a Hail Mary here.
Santner's frustrated because he didn't get any bat on it.
We have a review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. I've got split screen here. Just roll that through. Gone close to the bat, so we'll just check with ultra edge. His bat's also got close to the ground.
Rod Tucker.
Yep.
There's a gap there.
The third umpire seat.
Gap as it's close up.
Tasmania. Played a lot of first-class cricket for Tasmania, and then to ACT after that.
Ball,
developed a lot of good young players at ACT.
Go back on field to Pally. Pally, stay with your original decision of not out. You're on screen now.
So, dot 6 dot in this last over. This partnership with the 7th wicket, 78 from 44 balls. Eclipses the previous record for New Zealand in T20 internationals. Also involved Mitch Santner, according to Salty at the back, and Neesham. Chamira bowls to Santner. This is a wide Yorker. Hits it to deep point. They're going to come back for 2. He's got to hurry. McConkey made it at the non-striker's end, keeping Santner on strike. 6 for 164.
So still bowling that wide Yorker. And can't do anything. It's such a big boundary out there. It's nearly 80 metres. But they're easily going to get 2 every time they hit it out there. They're just boundary riders out on that offside. I guess they're protecting the short boundary. And you don't want to get into that stumps range. Because Santner has shown he can clear the boundary.
Chamira bowls to Santner. There's a heavy offside field, so it's a full toss that he pulls away to mid-wicket. And it's a vacant mid-wicket. 4! That's what happens when you've got a 6-3 field. One slight error. All it takes is Mitch Santner to help it around the corner for a boundary. 6-3 field in the last over, Bryce.
Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense because he has to bowl outside of some. Santner's just walking across. There's been a couple of good Yorkers that have got through, and we had the review for Cook. But it looks like they've just done this at a whim. Like, it's not a strategy.
Well, they've only got 4 men outside the ring, not 5, and it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. In fact, is it a 7-2 field?
No,
6-3.
Yeah.
Short fine leg, mid-wicket in the ring, and long on. Last ball of the innings. Santner's 47 not out, mind you. What a knock. Chamira bowls. Santner through the covers. What a catch. Great catch at cover. And that'll be the end of the innings. It doesn't take anything away from what Santner and McConkey were able to do. A partnership of 84 from 46 balls, and New Zealand finish 7 for 168. A rollicking game of cricket.
I can't believe what I've seen, Tom. Good catch. That was Lanka at cover. And he enjoyed it, saluting to the crowd and acknowledging how good it was. But what a finish for New Zealand. Their World Cup looked over at that middle point. They couldn't score off 15 overs. They were 6 for 90. Couldn't hit the ball off the square. Suffering wickets, and then they just lit it up. What a partnership. 84 of how many balls? 46, I think you mentioned. Just remarkable the way they've done it.
So Sander, the last man to go for 47, but he played a critical knock, the captain. They did give him some balls to hit, but he was smart in how he manoeuvred the field around.
We took it deep.
Yeah.
That was so important. It wasn't about the panic of what was happening in that middle stage. It was his ability to take it as deep as he possibly could, knowing that, well, we might be able to get some loose stuff. And as the pressure grew back on Sri Lanka, it unravelled and they cashed in. Yep. Well done to New Zealand. Credit to them.
Solzy tells me it's the 6th highest 7th wicket partnership in T20 international history.
What?
Yeah.
So good.
In a World Cup Super 8s game. Remarkable stuff. I don't really know what to think, Bryce. Who's ahead at the moment? Who would you rather be?
All the momentum with New Zealand.
Yep.
Sri Lanka have really stumbled. They've fallen over. We said they had wobbly wheels. You said they've lost 1, 2. They're down to the axle. Now they need to come out and go, okay, at the start of the game, if they were presented with 168 and they've elected to bowl first, would they have taken it? Maybe. That was the pass score I thought at the start, but then it showed how difficult batting can be if you can execute with spin through the middle. It's over to New Zealand's bowling, and that's the weak part of their game. They need to hold it together against Sri Lanka at home.
And Mitch Santner loves bowling in Sri Lanka, though, and he's made some runs. I wonder whether he'll take that momentum. Thikshana with 3. Chamira ended up with 3 for 38 as well. And Wellalagi took 1. So that was the 7 wickets. A couple of missed run-outs there as well. Wow, what a roller coaster that was. And we're only halfway. More to come. Do not go anywhere. If you're listening anywhere around Australia or around the world, Bryce McGain will be back in just a few moments' time. The news here is that Sri Lanka...
Are you not coming back, Tom? You'll be coming back as well?
I'll be back as well.
Yeah, good.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
but you're the really main attraction. Let's just go out to this interview. Looks like that's McConkey out in the middle.
New Zealand were in a little bit of trouble when you came to the crease. Tell us how you held your nerve out there along with your captain.
Yeah, it's nice batting with, someone like Mitch's experience in a situation like that. I think, he calmed it down there. Looking up and seeing yourself 2 off 10 was a little bit nervy, but we just trusted that, we could make it up at that back end, and some great striking from Mitch there to get us to a total.
Not too bad from yourself as well. Talk us through your footwork. It was particularly proactive out there in the middle.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I probably struggled to start with, and then, kind of found out there had to be a bit more proactive, especially against the spin there. They were bowling some great stuff in the middle and putting us under pressure, so had to adjust something.
Your job's not done yet. You get a chance with the ball as well. So what do you think you can get out of the surface tonight?
Yeah, I think they'll learn a lot from the way that the Sri Lankan spinners bowled. I think when they bowled, over the ball, they could get some response out of the wicket and set some good fields. And I think, the way that they field in that top 10 goes a long way. So boys are going to have to be on today, and hopefully we can go about defending the total.
Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling good about the total, but how about this crowd here at the Prima Duster? They were pretty loud, I bet, out in the middle.
Yeah, pretty special to play in front of home Sri Lankan crowd here in Colombo. Pretty special memories, and hopefully we can silence them early.
Well, we'll see about that, but best of luck. Well done out there.
Thank you very much.
Cole McConkey, 31 not out from 23 balls. Found a way, particularly against spin, to stay there, and then against pace to whack it around. All right, Sri Lanka need 169 runs to win. Do not go anywhere. If they're going to stay in the World Cup, it's coming up next.
SEN's expert coverage of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup for Host Plus. Named Best Super Fund by Money Magazine, Finder and Mozo. That's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. Check the PDS and TND at hostplus.com.au.
Big day on the tools tomorrow? Bet you left your power tools charging overnight again.
It's something we all forget, but overcharging these batteries can be devastating. With SwitchStar PowerPoints, your device gets power for up to 8 hours, and then it'll switch off. No apps, no Wi-Fi, nothing to remember. When you forget, SwitchStar doesn't. SwitchStar. Every home should have one. Visit switchstar.com.au.
Here's another powerful reason to choose Tyre Power. With more than 290 stores right across the country, we're not just Australia's biggest group of independent tyre retailers, we're all 100% Aussie owned. That's 100% Aussie owned, 100% independent, local and loyal. And we reckon that's more important than ever. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local independent owner.
You rely on water every day, so it makes sense to rely on the right system. With Filter Systems Australia, you get cleaner, fresher, great-tasting water straight from the tap. From under-sink filters to whole-home filtration, their systems are designed for consistent performance and long-term reliability, certified to Australian standards. A familiar choice in homes and businesses across Australia. Filter Systems Australia. Cleaner water, high-performance filtration. Visit filtersystemsaustralia.com.au.
Hidden Gems of Melbourne. Prince Wine Store in Bank Street, South Melbourne. Wine Enthusiast magazine has voted Prince Wine Store in the top 10 iconic wine stores in the world. The only store in the Southern Hemisphere to be chosen. Up to 4,000 wine lines, or wine regions of the world, from $10 to $10,000. You'll find the perfect wine at Prince Wine Store, bringing Melburnians the greatest wine in the world. Delivering Australia-wide, princewinestore.com.au.
Are you in the market for a new ute? Werribee Isuzu Ute is Victoria's #1 selling Isuzu Ute dealership with fantastic drive-away deals on the brand new MUX from $48,990 and the brand new D-Max from $36,990, all in stock and ready to drive away. If you are looking for something pre-owned, they have you covered with over 80 pre-owned vehicles in stock, all priced to sell. Visit Werribee Isuzu Ute, Victoria's #1 selling Isuzu Ute dealership. LMCT 114.
Dreaming of lower energy bills? Then wake up to Crowns Electrical and Solar. Fully Australian owned, they've been selling, supplying and installing solar technology for over 12 years. In fact, they do it all and have been powering up the savings for households right across Metro Melbourne and regional Victoria. And you could be next. Don't wait, you can join thousands of other satisfied customers. Visit crowselectrical.com and power up your savings and win big with lower energy bills. That's CROWLZ.
REC 22623. Looking to grow your team? Sign up and apprentice with MEGT, Australia's apprenticeship experts. Dion did.
I think it's a really important part for employers to give out apprenticeships and teaching those kids, because we need apprentices to continue the trade. And the more you put into it, the more you'll get back out of it.
MEGT provide free advice and ongoing support to help you and your apprentice succeed. So speak to the experts at MEGT.com.au. Apprentice Connect Australia providers are an Australian government-funded initiative.
40 Winks members get early access to our birthday sale, and it's free to join. We're celebrating over 40 years of helping Australians sleep better, and we're starting the party with big savings. With 50% off mattresses and 30% off furniture in-store and online. Celebrate with leading brands like Sealy Posturepedic, Tempur, King Coil, Crown Posture and M. Lily. Go on, upgrade your sleep with the 40 Winks birthday sale. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Hurry, our birthday sale is for a limited time only. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
For Remitly, one easy app to send money worldwide. And for Henley Homes, hard to beat. Ask other builders, then come back to us. Henley.com.au. The 2026 ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup on SEN Cricket.
Shamir is steaming into McConkey. He has 2 already. Flicked away for 6 over backward square leg. That is a shot. Bowls now. That's flicked away again. It's gone high in the air for 6. Shana to Santner. Swept. Does he have enough on it? I reckon he does. Proper shot for 6. Full toss.
Oh, that's no ball.
Yeah, it has to be a no ball, but he might have also hit it for 6. I reckon he has. Adeshanka bowling to Santner. Full toss. Launches it all the way for 6. Over long on. Do not bowl there.
It's all on the offside otherwise.
He goes over long on this time. Does he get enough on it? He does for 6. Mitch Santner. They're feeding him throwdowns. It was a remarkable innings in so many ways for New Zealand, who began well. They were 2 for 75, They then lost 4 for 16 in 28 balls in all sorts. I think I said to you at one point, Bryce, that they're going to be lucky to get to 110 or 115 here before Santner and McConkey put on the highest ever 7th wicket partnership for New Zealand. I think it was the 6th highest ever according to Salty or thereabouts, and rescued New Zealand and then catapulted them to 7 for 168. Remarkable stuff. And if Sri Lanka is going to stay in this World Cup, they need 169 runs to win.
They do. And look, great insights in the interview just before the break. We had Cole McConkey, who's 34-year-old off-spinner who's come in. He's hardly played T20 international. He's only played 13 matches. But he's gone out there and said, you know, how nervy he was, feeling 2 off 10. He can't play the spin. But his skipper actually calmed him down and said, no, we can get this. We can back in the innings. Just let's take it deep. Such good leadership to just calm even the veteran at 34, probably worrying, well, what am I doing out here? I've hardly played. What? I'm looking like a fool. And he just was able to settle down, and then you got a couple away against the pace. You love the pace on. Hopped into Chamira, 6-6-4, really hopped in, and then they were away, and they really got the momentum, and that was the over that got them going. That was the 17th over that went for 18, and that was all McConkey with the support of his skipper. Great back end into the innings for New Zealand. They are in this up to their eyeballs. They now need to execute their struggling skill. They've really battled with the ball. Maybe these conditions where there is a bit of spin, they've played the extra spinner in McConkey. Maybe this is where they'll turn things around from their bowling performance. They need their very, very best. They need their best execution right from the top.
Sanka will be on strike. He, of course, made that brilliant 100 against Australia and then followed it up with 62 against Zimbabwe. Missed out against England. Kusal Mendes at the non-strikers end has also had an excellent World Cup. So this opening pair is a big moment. Tom Morris and Bryce McGain with you for Midley Worldwide Money Transfers, and also Henley Homes. Hard to beat. Ask other builders and come back to us, henley.com.au. Sri Lanka need 169 to stay in the World Cup. It's as simple as that for them. Right arm over the wicket is Henry. And he's Sanka. First ball. What a moment. Straight through him. Silence in Colombo.
Well, Nasanka's got an absolute beauty, and everyone is stunned in the stadium. We're stunned here. A pace delivery, hit the seam, a wobbled seam, darted back and smacked his middle stump right at the very top, and he is pumped, flexing in the middle of the pitch like the Hulk, screaming at the top of his lungs. You could hear it over the crowd because they went silent.
That moved a long way. That has darted back.
These are different bowling conditions to what they've had over at Chennai, and they are stunned, the Sri Lankans. First ball, a massive wicket to Henry.
The Sanka's played 90 T20 internationals. He's made 200s and 1950s. He's an established player. We know he can chase. We saw that against Australia. But he's gone for a golden duck. Wow. Nathan says, hooroo, gone.
He's also a little disappointed there wasn't a Tyre Power ad. He keeps us honest with our ads. Thanks, Nathan. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Where are you listening to it? Because you need to tune in now. This is the time to wake up and get all over it, because New Zealand have fought their way back. Our listeners in SEN New Zealand, SENNZ, are all over this.
Sri Lanka's left-handed facing Henry. Bowls now, drives, toe of the bat to cover for no run. Just the most amazing last 5.5 overs of cricket from New Zealand. With the bat and then with the ball.
It's been absolutely incredible, and what a start by Henry. That noise you can hear is not Tom breaking pencils, their stumps getting rattled.
Yeah. So Sri Lanka hasn't played in this World Cup either. He's walked out to bat at number 3 in essentially what is a sudden death match for Sri Lanka at the Super 8 stage. Henry bowls, solid is Asalenka in defence. It's a big ask, isn't it, to come in at the Super 8 stage when your team must win and you're chasing in front of a huge crowd against a bowling attack. Yeah, you're right, Bryce. Like, they haven't been amazing, but they do have some match winners in Henry and Santner in particular.
Yeah, and as I said right from the very top in our pre-game, I don't think it's skill. Like, they're all really capable players. It's probably got to do with the conditions and where they are.
Henry bowling to Asalenka on the back foot, defending down the pitch, no run.
So Asalenka, he's experienced for a 28-year-old, 74 games for his country. Averages 22 strikes at 126, but what they do like is his bowling. And he did bowl reasonably well. His off-spin, they like his all-round capability. So he did perform well with the ball. His 3 overs.
Henry bowls, playing a miss from Asalenka, looking to hoik it away to the leg side. 4 dots, which followed the wicket of Nasanka. It's the dream start for New Zealand. And it doesn't take much for this required run rate to just creep up now, doesn't it?
Well, a real swipe by Asalenka, just feeling the heat. His bowling figures, 3 overs, none for 16. Did a really good job with his off-spinners. Ball skidding through and a bit of turn as well. But now, New Zealand are eyeballing a wicket maiden off the first over. Dean, I'm a Lions supporter, mate. Long suffering.
Henry bowls. That is a wicket maiden. A dot to finish. Incredible stuff from Henry and New Zealand. The turning point of the World Cup for them might be the last 5 overs of cricket. Sri Lanka are 1 for none on the Tyre Power scoreboard. You trust the tyre experts.
Australia's best kept sporting secret? Not anymore. The biggest WNBL season of all time is coming to an end. Australia has been watching world-class hoops unfold right here in record numbers. It all comes down to this. WNBL 26 finals start now. Don't miss a moment of the series from February 14th through to March 4th. Catch every finals game on 9Now or ESPN on Disney+. Get your WNBL tickets, merch and info at wnbl.com.au or download the free WNBL app now.
Sri Lanka 1 for none. They need 169 off the next 114 balls. Kusul Mendes is probably their other key at the top of the order, and he'll be on strike now. Facing spin.
Fuck, there's the big gap.
Apologies for the language from the wicketkeeper. McConkey right arm off spin. Kusul Mendes is back in the crease and defending into the onside.
So Colin McConkey did the job with the bat. Now he's got the ball opening the bowling. So he is around the wicket to the right-hand bat.
Not much spin with a new ball. And Sri Lanka are off the mark, as is Kusul Mendes with a single to square leg. 1 for 1. Just incredible cricket from New Zealand. But also probably proves that at this point, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, that there's just too big a gap between Sri Lanka's best and worst. Their best is awesome.
They are lumpy performers.
Lumpy, that's the best.
It's up and down, and I think they feel the tension of moments. They're emotional.
McConkey to Asalenka. Sweep in the air for 4. 1 bounce. He's off the mark in the World Cup. Nicely played. 1 for 5.
This is their strength. Facing spin bowling in their home conditions. Beautifully executed sweep shot. Fielder out on the onside. He's not behind square. So with a flick of the wrist, he was able to get it to that region and get the boundary. Nice batting.
McConkey to Asalenka. Pitched up. Playing a miss outside the off stump. You love to see that if you're the wicketkeeper.
Well, the veteran off-spinner, tons of experience domestically, not internationally. Higher, shorter, big spin. He wanted to sweep, but it was just so well bowled.
Yeah, slow.
Big turn, bit of extra bounce as well.
Sweeps the option here, Bill. Sweeps the option here, come on.
Loving hearing the commentary from behind the stumps. McConkey bowls, tossed up again, slapped over his head, and lands just safe. just over mid-on. Chapman was tracking back. It was an unusual looking shot. He had to reach for it. It was that wide. Toes it over the bowler's head for 2.
Great courage by McConkey, because he's again gone higher and slower. Low 80s for the delivery. And he was looking for a catch to be taken at mid-on. A real miss hit.
Tell me, Bryce, if you've batted for a while, how much do you learn about the pitch for then you to bowl later on?
That's what you're summing up all the time as a spinner.
Yep.
As any player, you're summing up and you're reading the blueprint of what to do, and he's hopped into it now.
McConkey bowls, driven straight to mid-off from Kusal Mendes. 6 runs from the over. It's a good power play for New Zealand so far, because Sri Lanka are 1 for 6 on the tyre power scoreboard. They are, Nathan, your trusted tyre experts.
You know what's local as? Your favourite coffee spot. The neighbour who lends you their mower. And now, your energy provider. At Sumo, we're 100% Aussie owned with a local call centre. So when you need help, you're talking to real people who get what it means to live here. Switching's easy, service is solid, and your power stays sorted. No worries, no drama. Sumo, energy as local as your morning coffee run.
South African women made 8 for 361 in their one-dayer. Proper score there. And right now, Sri Lanka are up against it. 1 for 6. Target's 169. Down the wicket goes Lanka. He doesn't really hit it well. In fact, he hits it poorly. He's out. Mitchell takes the catch at mid-wicket. It's the most meek dismissal you're likely to see in this World Cup. The experiment with Lanka at 3 fails spectacularly. Sri Lanka lose their second.
Came dancing down the wicket to Henry, who bowled a slow ball. He was ahead of the game, and he just went to heave it with his horizontal bat, all hands and wrists, and it just lamonged to mid-wicket. And you'd like to have that moment back again, Sri Lanka. 5 off 9, he's on his way. Henry gets his second. He's got 2 for none off 7 balls.
Daryl Mitchell takes the most simple of simple catches. What is going on? Who would have thought this would be the case half an hour ago? Just remind our listeners, Bryce, what was Sri Lanka at their lowest ebb?
At the end of the 15th over, they were 6 for 90. And they just lost 4 wickets in 4 overs. The wheels had wobbled off. The 2 batters in there, I think they had 2 off 10 and 3 off 10.
So they got 78 runs.
That scored 7 runs in 4 overs at that stage as well.
And then they got 78 off the last 5 overs, is that right? And they were lower order batters. It wasn't like there was Chris Gale batting with Tino Best. Just to pick another West Indian. He's out of the crease here, Rathnayake. Interesting stance. Henry bowls. Plain to miss outside the off stump. There's a slip in place just for that.
Henry with a genuine outswinger. To the right-hander. Beats the outside edge.
There's some dismissals you never want to see again, I'd imagine, for Sri Lanka. That is one of them. Gabe's all the way. Nathan says this is 5th grade. Triggers there. Rathnayake. They want a single. There's a bit of a mix-up.
Oh, he's got hit in the belly button. He's hurt.
Yep. It's all happening here. And it's not good for Sri Lanka as they fight to stay in this World Cup.
The ball is decked back into him.
He wasn't even thinking of a single, was he?
No. He's a little bit hurt here, I think. Got him in the abs.
Is Matt Henry still playing Test cricket?
Yeah.
Good. Because I think in Australia it's going to be great to watch.
No, he's taking advantage here because the wicket's got some life in it. been able to seam the ball.
The delay is just an injury delay now. Waiting for Rathnayake to get seen to after being hit in the midriff.
Sri Lanka are going to need all the band playing they can get.
Henry bowls. Rathnayake inside edge. Pass short finally. They should come back for 2. And they do. He's off the mark. 2 for 8.
Sodhi, the big spinner, was chasing that one. Escorting that one down to the boundary. Didn't quite make it. They do only get 2. Henry getting the job done here early for New Zealand. Sri Lanka, 2 for 8.
Henry bowls. Guided down to third man, Rathnayake for 1. Still noisy, the Sri Lankan crowd. Just need Sri Lankan batters to come to the party because they need 160 runs from 103 balls.
Current run rate, 3.17.
I'm enjoying the peppermint tea, I've got to say. Good call from you, Bryce. Nice and healthy. Henry to Kusul Mendes. Drives to mid off for no run. Well, Henry's gone for 3 runs from his 2 overs and he's taken 2 wickets. Sri Lanka are 2 for 9 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
Don't get FOMO this winter. Wait, do the kids still say FOMO? What about 6-7? Is that still a thing? I kicked 6 goals 7 once. Get KO Sports with every game of every round of the 2026 AFL season live and on demand in 4K with no ad breaks during play.
That is incredible!
With all that footy plus the NRL, F1, Supercars, netball and all the other sport you love. You won't miss a thing on KO Sports.
We're here for Remitly, worldwide money transfers, and also Henley Homes. Hard to beat. Ask other builders and come back to askhenley.com.au. Bryce McGain, former Test League spinner. He's here for Host Plus. And McConkey will continue with his right arm off spin. With Sri Lanka in a world of hurt. 2 for 9, chasing 169 to stay in the World Cup.
It's been a good move. Cole McConkey in the team. Bowled a very good first over. Boundary was hit off it. 6 runs in his first over.
Around the wicket is McConkey, blocked from Rathnayake into the onside. Who's the Sri Lankan batter that's going to take this game away from New Zealand now? Has to be Mendes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
McConkey bowls. Rathnayake pinches a single to mid off. Good running. 2 for 10.
Yeah, McConkey getting it done here. New ball. Veteran off spinner. Loads and loads of domestic experience in New Zealand. Now, in the cut and thrust of it, in a World Cup Super 8 game.
McConkey bowls. And Kusul Mendes is on the back foot defending into the onside again.
So he's spinning the ball to the big boundary, 80-metre boundary.
Straight back to the bowler, bump ball, crowd catch. Good bowling from McConkey.
It's been excellent. Right arm off spin around the wicket to the right-handers.
That last ball, 100 k's an hour. He's darting him in. It's a bit slower, a little bit shorter, and allows Kusul Mendes to get back and turn it around the corner for 1. 3.5 overs in. Sri Lanka are 2 for 11. Amazing. They need 9.73 runs and over. McConkey bowls short, paddled around the corner, straight to short fine leg. He gets away with it.
Arm ball, well bowled.
4 overs in, 2 for 11 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Sri Lanka, they are unequivocally, undoubtedly, your trusted tyre experts.
The
The future of high-tech warehouse innovation is here today and available right now thanks to Dexian. Their pallet racking solutions combined with cutting-edge smart automation and robotics technology will have your warehouse working smarter and more efficiently. You'll not only maximise your storage capacity, but also reduce reliance on manual labour. Dexian, the Australian expert for optimising any warehouse. Speak to Stu Ward and the Dexian team today. They'll help you unlock your warehouse's potential and future-proof your operations. Visit dexianvictoria.com.au.
Olympic standard cookies here. Bryce McGain providing the goods.
Well, I didn't do a thing. I just brought them in. Daughter-in-law cooked them. Olympic champion, world champion canoe paddler for Hungary.
Now that is a niche.
Virag Bella.
That is niche. Santner is on the bowl. The captain bowling to Mendes. Single to long off.
She can bake a cookie.
She can bake a cookie. Shake and bake, baby.
Skipper slides himself in knowing the challenges of facing spin. Even though it's in Sri Lanka's backyard, their home conditions, it's still not going to be easy. And you pointed out Mitch Santner's, I don't know why I struggle with that. He's excellent in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, Santner bowls to Rathnayake, and Rathnayake pushes down the ground for one. So he's got 14 wickets in 11 games against Sri Lanka at an economy of 6.38.
Brilliant.
So he loves playing against Sri Lanka, and they struggle against him.
I found a speed hump in the middle of his name.
Fun.
Santner.
Santner to Mendes. Cuts it away. Does he find the gap? He can't.
Slower. It's a clinic. I love watching him bowl. He's so clever, so smart, anticipates what the batter wants to do, knows the opposition inside and out, does his homework, and bowls what they don't want.
Yep. Santner to Mendes. That's darted into leg and middle. Helps around the corner. Mendes hits it well for 4.
Well done.
Nice shot. Much needed. 2 for 17.
Had to take that off a leg stump line, but did it nicely. Kusal Mendes just shovels that one around on the quicker ball.
Santner delivers now to Mendes. That is tossed up and driven to point on the bounce. I'll tell you the other thing is, and Bryce, you'd know this better than anyone, having played with and against some of the great spinners, it seems like he's got lots of variations and they're indiscernible in his action.
Yep.
His action seems the same every ball. Yep. The deliveries might be 20 kilometres apart. That's very slow again. Cut away again. Just no pace on it. Straight to the fielder. 6 runs from the over. Sri Lanka have 1 over remaining in the power play, and they're 2 for 17. And in a lot of trouble. They need more than 10 and over on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
Don't get FOMO this winter. Wait, do the kids still say FOMO? What about 6-7? Is that still a thing? I kicked 6 goals 7 once. Get KO Sports with every game of every round of the 2026 AFL season live and on demand in 4K with no ad breaks during play.
That is incredible!
With all that footy plus the NRL, F1, Supercars, netball and all the other sport you love. You won't miss a thing on KO Sports.
Well, there's only one way for Sri Lanka to avoid getting knocked out, and that's to win tonight. They still have a game in hand. That's against Pakistan, I think, on Saturday night, which will be a dead rubber if Sri Lanka lost this. Ferguson, more speed. He's bowling to Rathnayake. Nice, strong action. Defended into the offside for no run. 152 they need from 89 balls. Someone needs to play a blinder of an innings because they can no longer rely to just eke their way up there and build an innings. It needs to be an all-time chase.
No, it's as you said before the break, they need 10s now. The comparison after 5 overs, Sri Lanka 2 for 17 and still are after the first ball there. The comparison 2 for 39 were New Zealand early on. Big discrepancy.
Ferguson bowls to Rathnayake, who's just defending and playing it like a one-day or even a test match. Looking solid. But New Zealand don't mind that. You can look as solid as you want if you're not going to score. Well, Bryce, you can pass on those cookies at 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Ferguson bowling to Rathnaki. Hits him on the pad. Will come through for 1. He's 5 from 11. Sri Lanka 2 for 18. They just lost complete momentum in this game. And unlike Sri Lanka when they took 4 for 16 from 28 balls in New Zealand's batting innings, New Zealand are holding the momentum and they're ramming at home.
Yep.
Which is the sign of a good team.
They're doing that and more. This is a power play bowling performance that they wouldn't have dreamt of.
Yeah. 3 balls left in it. Ferguson bowls, inside edge from Kasul Mendes, just trickles down the pitch for no run. The other difference is, even when the New Zealand batters couldn't score, they were still getting singles.
Yep.
Defensive shots, 1. These Sri Lankan batters just look like they're stuck at the one end. And if you do that for too long in a T20, the game gets away from you.
Well, Ferguson is cranking it up. 146.
Wow.
And that was back of a length, darting back in. And they're practicing the pool and Hoik shot, but it's a lot easier when the ball's not being bowled. Mm-hmm. That's what they're practicing. And at 146, they're getting hurried.
Shadow bat all you want. Ferguson to Mendes. Slow ball. Inside edge to mid-wicket for 1. The other thing is I feel like the Kiwi quicks have made a pack to bowl hard length and the spinners to bowl slowly.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you can see that as a genuine strategy.
Whereas the Sri Lankan seamers, Chamira bowled hard length, but their left-arm opener bowled really full.
Matashanka tried to pitch it up, and at the time I got nervy for him because it goes into Ellen's and Seifert's wheelhouse. If you're bowling full, they love that.
Last ball of the over. Yorker, dug out. I'll just get a single. Rathnaki will hold on to the strike. New Zealand won't mind that. He's 6 from 12. Sri Lanka, they're batting themselves out of the World Cup. 2 for 20 from 6 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
You hear that? That's the sound of something building. Not just anything. That's someone's future. Some people build the hard way. But with CBUS, you can do it the smart way. CBUS Super. Build your something. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if CBUS is right for you.
Sri Lanka need 169 to stay in the World Cup. It's as simple as that for them. Right arm over the wicket is Henry. And Nasanka! First ball! What a moment! Silence at Colombo. Koki to Lanka. Sweep in the air for 4. 1 bounce. He's off the mark in the World Cup. His target's 169. Down the wicket goes Lanka. He doesn't really hit it well. In fact, he hits it poorly. He's out. Mitchell takes a catch at mid-wicket. It's the most meek dismissal you're likely to see in this World Cup. Santner to Mendes. Darted into the leg in middle. Helps around the corner. Mendes hits it well for 4. Sri Lanka are limping along. They look wounded. To be frank, they look gone. We know the game can change, but they're going at 3.33 and over after a power play in a game which they must win to stay in the World Cup. It's remarkably poor cricket.
And I think that's where the tension comes in, is they appear to be a team that worries about the outcome. And I think they're worrying about, well, if we don't do well here, then we're out. But they're just so choked in their performance.
They're paralysed, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like that. They just can't get moving. And the bowling's been good, but you can still score off good balls and get up the other end and rotate the strike. And New Zealand were able to do that in the power play. The contrast is stark. It's 2 for 20. Sri Lanka, New Zealand were 2 for 44 at the same time. So comfortable advantage, 24 runs ahead.
149 they would need from 84 balls, and the field was spread now. So they should be able to get singles more easily, but boundaries theoretically should be more difficult to come by. Sri Lanka need all the help they can get from the crowd. The amount of cover is quite tight on the one. But other than that, it's a spread field, 5 men out. And it'll be the spin of captain Mitch Santner. He has 3 overs remaining. He went for 6 off his first over. Bowling to Rathnayake, who's looked anything but a T20 player tonight. Pitched up, tossed up and straight to point. They keep trying to cut these slow deliveries, but there's no pace on it. They should be trying to hit him to deep cover. You're never going to be able to hit it backward.
Yeah, trying to lay it off and beat the 2 behind point.
The slower it is, the straighter you play. How's that, Peter Divenuto? Santner bowls. Again, cut away to short third man and a bad misfield. Allows Rathnayake to get off strike. Teapot sort of stuff for Santner.
Cypher called it. Watch the spin. And he got all tangled up on his heels. Backward point. Who was the fielder there? Oh, it did spin. Cypher called it nicely, didn't he? Watch the spin. He got all
was
tangled.
It Finn Allen?
Could have been.
It was good of Santner to smile. It helps when you got them 2 for 21. Santner bowling to Mendes. Defensive shot straight back to the bowler. Gets a hand on it. Allows Chapman to come in and mop it up and keep it to a dot.
Had to dive off his bowling away to his left, which is his natural side, but full-length body dive to stop that going down to long off.
Santner again wide of the crease this time. Mendes looking for a single to point. He can't find it. It's just the same play time and time again.
Everyone else can sit down. These guys are just playing amongst themselves. Backward point and
short third man.
Santner is just controlling the game.
Mendes cuts away this time in front of square and gets some Bronx cheers, I reckon, from the Sri Lankan crowd. Fair enough too when you're 9 from 17 and the required run rate is 11. It's 2 for 22.
Nicely done. 1 ball left of this 7th over.
They are paralysed by their own performance anxiety. Cut away from Rathnayake to deep point. Again, Bronx cheers, and rightly so. When you're 8 from 15, you've got some work to do. Santner went for 3 off the over, 2 for 23 for Sri Lanka on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Your trusted tyre experts.
Ring-a-ding-ding! Welcome to Tasman Butcher's Secret Specials with Frank and Mario.
This week, Farm 88 yearling beef ribeye steak, only $39.99 a kilo.
That's brilliant.
Farm 88 butterfly leg of lamb, marinated or plain, only $26.99 a kilo.
The freshest cuts and the largest variety. Don't settle for the other stuff. Eat better meat with Tasman Butchers.
Tasman Butchers, the meat specialists.
So far, it's a shocking batting performance from Sri Lanka. They're 2 for 23, and they need 146 from 78 balls, and they're showing the intent of a turtle. Ish Sodhi bowling to Rathnayake. He's on to bowl, and they get a single deep in wicket. Is that fair?
Started with a Google. The intent of a turtle.
Well, they're just going nowhere. Shuffling along slowly.
Paralysed is the right word. They are just stuck. They know the consequence if they go out. They don't want to go out, but they're not scoring.
Sodhi bowls his quick leg spinners. Fielded at cover. Kasul Mendes is 9 from 18. Rathnayake is 9 from 16. You've got to retire him. Double retirement. Get him off. Get him off. They're ruining the game. It's ridiculous. We've got a dead rubber Saturday night because 2 blokes are having a net. Mendes cuts away. Might even get 2 here. No, they'll settle for 1 because they're not really running because they don't particularly care about scoring runs. 2 for 25. What are they doing? 7.3 overs in. They need 11.5 and over. It's honestly remarkable. There's taking it deep and there's taking it dumb. Sorry. Just lost my way a bit there. Sodhi to Rathnayake. Turns his hand from the ball. Single to deep in wicket. You may as well be bowled out for 70 trying to score at the right rate. There's no point finishing at 5 for 110.
So that ball there, they've worked it out to the deep mid-wicket, the big boundary, and they just dawdled through for 1. You've got to put pressure on them out in the deep there. There's 2s there to be had, and they need them.
Sodi to Mendes. Straight ball, cut to point again. I'm checking Twitter. I want to see what people are saying. What are people saying?
So Sodi, tall, leg spin, cross seam, overspin at the stumps. That's what he's going to do. And here they are trying to cut away. The ball's a bit up and down. It's not bouncing too much at all. And Sodi has one ball to get out of the over, only 3 off it.
Bowls to Mendes. Cut to deep cover.
Bowls his release ball, good over, only 4 off it, Tom.
2 for 27 from 8, and no, it's not a one-day international in the early 1990s.
This is Ben Reid. With uncertainty in the real estate market, one thing's for sure. Now's not the time to cut corners. Get it right from the start. Talk to an Ian Reid vendor advocate first. It's our expert advice and experience that will guide you through the right steps to a successful sale. It's all set out in our free booklet, Fatal Real Estate Traps Exposed. Download your copy now at ianreid.com.au or call 9430 0000.
Ian Reid Vendor Advocates.
Sell your home a better way.
Go on, ring us.
142 required from 72. Ravindra, who batted at 3 for New Zealand and looked nice. He's now on the bowl.
He's class, Tom.
Yeah.
Class bat.
James in McGain says, someone tell them it's not a 5-day test match. You can't bat the overs out. Well said, James. Ravindra's left arm orthodox bowls, and he could be stumped here, Mendes. He was down the pitch. He was shuffling. He might have just got his foot back, but either way, it's very close. The key is the keeper had a long way to go back to the stumps because it was quite wide.
It was, look, he's headed off. He doesn't believe he's got back, but it was a slowish sort of delivery that turned and bounced. He just came running down the wicket, did Kusal Mendes, and he's run past it. Didn't really want to have a look at Ravindra.
Ball's taken behind the stumps. Love's foot is in the air, it's still in the air.
Good stretch.
Still in the air, and the stumps are broken.
Yep.
So I'm ready to make my decision.
Thanks, Rod. Rod Tucker, third umpire.
I hate to say it because Kusal Mendes is an excellent cricketer overall, but that dismissal is the best thing for Sri Lanka because he was
chewing him up.
He was treading water. Stumped for 11, Ravindra's first ball, and Sri Lanka a 3 for 27 from 8.1.
The key part to that, it's 11 off 22 deliveries, 1 boundary, 1 4. They've only hit 2 4s in the whole innings. We're at the 9th over. Quite remarkable. And they haven't even tried.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They really haven't tried to hit boundaries. They've laid the ball off to the backward point that many times.
Yeah, they have. Trying to make pace where there is none.
Yeah. They are all at sea. Look, maybe things will change. Their fortune will change sometimes when you get backed into this position, there's no other choice. You've got to go. There's no other choice now. You have to go. And sometimes some bats can start running hot when they're given no other choice. They're nearly been batted into this hole. They go out there and go, well, I've just got to go. They may be able to rev things up here, but at 3 for 27 of 8.1 overs, they are a long way behind in this game.
They need 2 a ball.
For 12 overs on a tough wicket.
Yep. Ravindra bowling to Kamindu, the new man. That's a terrible leg side wide and not glove behind the stumps. So I'll get a single through there as well.
That's a part-time left-arm spinner, and it's stuck in the hand.
Yeah, you don't want that.
A half tracker going miles down, which is a contrast to that ball we're seeing a replay of, which had turn, bounce.
Ravindra approaches, bowls to Rathnayake, and an identical dismissal.
What's going on?
To his teammate 2 balls earlier. Stumped. He's wandered down the pitch like it's an evening stroll, not a World Cup semi-final on the line. 10 from 18 balls, stumped. Oh. Painfully, bleedingly bad batting. The end of an innings which he will never want to remember.
I'm gobsmacked. He just came running down the pitch. It's an action replay of Kusal Mendes. Rathnayake has just given up. He didn't watch the ball. He decided, I'm going to run down no matter what. And Ravindra is... He's getting some turn, he's getting some bounce, and they're just running past him. Boy, this is extraordinary. I didn't see this coming.
The text chat is on the text machine, 0433 98 11 16. It's so bad, says Billy. It's almost like they don't want to win.
They'd rather not. They'd rather not.
I'm not mentioning match fixing, but you can on the text machine.
You're just reading a text out.
Simple as that.
Yep.
Thanks to Billy in Frankston. Ravindra bowling, playing a miss from Shanaka, the captain, who's walked in at a shocking situation. 140 from 69 they require. I don't think I've seen two worse T20 innings from two top order batters in an international game before. Have you?
No.
Ravindra bowls, driven down to long off from Shanaka. I can only imagine what their teammates are thinking. It's put them in a shocking position, 4 for 30 from 8.4. Yeah, Billy, you're right. It just is terrible.
He did predict 5 for 70. That's Nathan. Good on you, mate. Could be a lot worse than that.
Well, they've got to go for it now. I mean,
they have no choice.
Last 5 overs, it's been like this. Sweep shot. There's no one at 45. Kamindu helping around the corner with the spin for 4. Remember that what that is? It's a boundary, 4 runs.
The third for the whole innings.
8.5 overs in.
He's bowling with a perfect seam.
Yeah.
Like 45 degrees. He's getting good revolutions. Showing to be a very, very capable cricketer. When does Australia play New Zealand?
How's Australia looking now? Sri Lanka getting done by New Zealand, got done by Zimbabwe, got done by England. Oh no, too good for the Aussies. Another sweep shot down the leg side. That should be a wide. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 for 35 from 8.5. Sri Lanka, Ravindra bowls, tossed up, inside edge, scampered through for 1 to square leg. They need 133 from 66 balls on the Tyre Power scoreboard to trust the tyre experts.
Every detail about Porsche has to be just right down to the way you pronounce their name. It's this unrelenting attention to detail over 35 years that Porsche demanded when selecting Charlie Battisti & Co. as their certified collision center for Porsche. So should the unthinkable happen, Charlie Battisti & Co. will restore your vehicle to Porsche's exacting standards. charliebattisti.com.au, Melbourne's finest facility for the repair of prestige German vehicles.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage more than Sri Lanka's enjoying playing this one for Henley Homes. What others call extras, we call standard, up to $95,600 of value included every day. Sri Lanka, 4 for 36 from 9. That's right, 4 for 36 from 9, chasing 169 to win. So 11 overs left. They need 133.
Wonder if they've misread the wicket.
Sodhi bowls, pulled away to long on for 1. In what way? In the way they bowled or batted,
well,
or
just
the
the way
toss?
that they won the toss, elected to bowl first, and it feels like the wicket is deteriorating. It's getting slower and taking more and more spin as the evening goes on. But Ravindra is no bunny. He can bowl a decent delivery, and he's showing that. 2 really good deliveries, getting lots of revolutions on it. A great seam position, overspin, left arm orthodox. Dan Vittori, the godfather of New Zealand left arm orthodox.
Sodhi bowls, full toss, over his head, down to long on. 1 bounce to the fielder. Bit of a misfield. They should have come back for 2, but they weren't even watching.
No.
Poor cricket. It's a humiliating batting performance. Just
the basics, like you just called then. It went to long on. It was a horrible misfield. It was easy too. but they weren't even looking for it. Like, how can you not be looking for it? Your whole tournament's on the line.
At a time when you need 12 and a half and over. That's a sweep shot. Yep. Nicely done from Kamindu for 4. He moves to 10. 4 for 42.
Loose ball. Sodi going way down leg side. Lost all sorts of direction. Well, the reverse sweep. Left-hander lifting it over those two at backward point.
It's a nice hit.
Did it nicely. So that puts some pressure on the leg spinner. Now, what's his comeback?
Sodi bowls. Cut in the air, just short of backward point. He was diving for, they scampered through for 1. They might want an overthrow. And they won't get it.
Oh, they might get another.
The old double overthrow. Just landed short of the fielder at point.
He was in the air for a long time on the cut shot.
How was your golf today, Bryce?
Golf today was most enjoyable at the National.
Bit of wind?
Yeah, it got blowy, and for those that know, you know, and it's hard. It's hard when it's windy down there.
Sodi bowls, single to long off.
So for those that don't know, very exposed cliff top on the Mornington Peninsula, overlooking Bass Strait. It is beautiful.
Great course.
Superb course, like up there with the best in the country. So I played the Gunner Matter, which is supposedly the easiest of the 3 down there, the old course and the Moona. Gunner Matter, still a challenge.
Sweep shot and lovely shot, but straight to the man of the deep from Kamindu. 9 runs from the over. 4 for 50, 4 for 45 from 10 on the Tyre Power scoreboard, your trusted tyre experts.
Whatever your ambition, own it. Search Low Market and make it yours. Christina's ambition, to make it gourmet.
Whoa, check out the stove.
Izzy and Brennan's ambition, to make it budget busting.
No more home loan loyalty tax.
We're back on top. Your local Low Market brokers are ready to get to work. With access to over 90 banks and lenders, they can compare thousands of loan options to find a solution tailored to your needs.
Make it yours.
Whatever your ambition, find the right loan for you. Search Loan Market.
Loan Market. Make it yours.
Australian credit licence 390222.
124 from 60 Sri Lanka need. They've showed almost no intent until the last couple of overs when they lost some wickets. That's short, long hop that's hit the batter in the back pad. It's too high, but Ravindra almost deceived Kamindu because the ball was on its way down by the time it reached him. Stuck in the hand, as you called before, Bryce. Hit him in the belly button.
Not watching the ball.
That's spin from Ravindra. It's a short fine leg. They've got to hurry for 1, they do. Finn Allen underarms it in.
Yeah, no arm. Finn Allen hiding away at short 45.
Yeah.
Ravindra has, into his second over, 2 for 10.
With some bad deliveries in there, must be said as well. That's not one of them. In fact, he might get a wicket. Caught it short, caught it backward point. Shanaka departs, the captain, in soft fashion, spoons the ball, almost like he was giving catching practice at an under-12s training session in the streets of Gaul. 5 for 46. Shanaka departs for 3. And Ravindra has a couple. In fact, he's got 3 now.
Well, it's a ball that I'm not sure where he tried to hit it, but with more turn and bounce, I think he went to slap it down the ground and he just got a top edge and it went to backward point, and Ravindra can't believe it. He's clapping his hands and smiling like a cut watermelon. It is extraordinary what is going on here. Shanaka on his way, 3 of 5. This is as bad a batting performance in a T20 that I've seen.
Yep.
Internationally.
Hard to argue with that.
Ravindra with 3 for 10 off 9 balls. Dushan Hemantha comes out, batting at 7. Sri Lanka 5 for 46. We're into the 11th over. They're going at not even 4.5.
Ravindra bowling to Hemantha. He's already got 3. First hit in place. Spin. Plays in the miss. Yeah, I'm staggered how poorly they've batted. It was really bad how poorly they bowled towards the end of the innings, but the batting's been even worse. Stuff nightmares at home. Full crowd. Short ball from Ravindra. He's prone to that. Single to deep mid wicket. Hemantha's off the mark and off strike. So yes, 32 points.
Yeah, back to the golf. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it.
Have you played much of the National before?
A couple of times.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Beautiful.
Ravindra bowls. Kamindu defends down the pitch.
No, I've been very fortunate. Into the over, Tom.
You have been. Been fortunate to play at Royal Melbourne as well, I think.
I know, thank
5
you so
for 47 from 11 overs.
When summer turns up the heat, power up with Toro. Get serious about your yard and be in the running to win a premium State of Origin experience for 2. When you buy a Toro ride-on or stand-on mower, 10 to be won. Toro, for serious gardening. Finance available through participating Toro dealers. Offer ends March 31st, 2026. Terms and conditions apply. See torocatalog.com.au for details. Permit numbers NSWTP/04778, SAT25/2132, and ACTTP25/02817.3.
5 for 47, Sri Lanka on the scoreboard thanks to Tyre Power, and we're here for Remitly, worldwide money transfers. They need 13 and over. Hide into nothing. Hemantha facing McConkey. Impressed with his off spin. Hits it down long on throat. 1 bounce. Have you played golf all over the world, Bryce, or not really?
Yeah, I have played around. Played a fair bit in India.
How's golf in India?
Okay. Played in South Africa a lot.
Yep.
And that is superb.
Yeah,
golf in South Africa is amazing.
The home of Gary Player.
Yeah, we played on a course that he designed called
McConkey bowls. Cut shot from Kamindu to the deep point for 1, 5 for 49.
Called Blair Atoll. It is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good.
What, picturesque?
Picturesque, and a halfway house with a meal and amazing course.
Love that.
Serengeti played there, just phenomenal.
Yes! That's bunted over the bowler's head. A couple of bounces to the man in the deep from Hemantha.
That is trot through.
A settle for 1. Yeah, no worries. Have a net, boys. Get yourself ready for your next series, whoever that's against. 50's up in the 12th over. It's been a clinic from New Zealand. It's been a debacle from Sri Lanka. Complete catastrophe. Switch hit. That is an unbelievable shot for 4.
Nicely done.
Really well played from Kamindu. He can do this. They need more of them.
Well, he's the one who means business out there. He's moved to 18 off 11. And he's taking it on. And that's exactly how you need to be. He's got a switch hit. He's hit a couple of boundaries with it. Bring it on. He's in the game.
But you really only started playing serious golf when you...
A couple of years ago, yeah. So I was always sort of around a 15 handicapper. And then, so it's only been nearly 2 years now I've got a bit more serious.
Cocky bowls, playing to miss outside the off stump from Kamindu. But when you're 15, you think, I'd like to be single figures. And now you're single figures, you're thinking, wouldn't mind me.
So I played off 6 today.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, so I'm on a mission, 10 to scratch. That's my mission.
Great effort.
And a lot of it's mental, just playing safe and being a bit boring.
Cocky bowls, Kamindu lets that one through. It's a wide.
This is really ripping the pitch now. There's turn and bounce. It's spinning a lot more than what Sri Lanka were able to extract from it.
That's a drop catch behind the stumps. Seifert keeping. I think it hit the glove on the way through. Still goes for forward and to third man.
Sodi's not chasing that one down.
No, don't do a hamstring now. You got bigger fish to fry-ish.
Into the over.
Yep, 5 for 95. Sri Lanka.
DuraFit by Blunston is the newest safety range for day in, day out wear, with features that cushion and protect from the ground up, like impact-resistant composite toe caps, slip-resistant soles, and responsive cushioning where you need it most. Topped off with water-resistant leather for durability and protection from the elements. Each pair is backed by Blunston's legendary quality and craftsmanship, and engineered for endurance. DuraFit by Blunston. For day in, day out, hard work.
Mistake, it's 5 for 59. Sri Lanka wishes it was 5 for 95, but even that would be a fair way behind. They need 110 from 48 balls, thanks to Remitly, Worldwide Money Transfers. Ravindra bowling to Mantha, goes to switch hit, keeps his back foot in the crease as the bails had come off from Seifert, who dropped a difficult chance last ball, last over.
Went after the switch hit there, probably missed it by half a metre. It just swung. The ball did turn, but he didn't keep his eye on it, which makes batting hard.
Ravindra's bowling to Hemantha. Sting's really gone out of it. And it's a slog sweep to long on. He hasn't got any bit of it. It should be out, and it is. Daryl Mitchell takes the catch. Hemantha departs. 6 down. It's one of those nights that Sri Lankan cricket will want to forget, but they won't be able to, because it deserves significant introspection.
Rachin Ravindra has 4. He's got 4 wickets. He's bowling his left arm orthodox. He's spinning it as hard as he can, tossing it up, ripping it down the seam. And he is just destroying the Sri Lankan batting lineup. He's got 4 of the 6 wickets. Dilshan has gone for 3. Ravindra 4 for 11 off 2.2 overs. The part-time left-arm orthodox.
Well, Alagi, the new man, coming at number 8. Young fella on a hiding to nothing. They can glove punch all they want, but all they got to do is look up the order and say to their teammates, what were you guys doing chewing up balls? They chewed up so many they wouldn't have to eat for a week afterwards.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. It's like me chewing those delicious gold medal standard Olympic cookies.
It's real club cricket stuff.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's well said. Bad club cricket as well, not a Paran or St Kilda. I don't want to name the clubs I'm thinking of. You can probably have a fair idea.
I have no idea.
Yep. Let's not talk about any kangaroos.
Oh, yeah.
Down to deep forward square for 1. Rodriguez off the mark. The poor Sri Lankan crowd have come out, and they would have thought after 15 overs in their bowling innings they were going to win the game and win in a canter. Geez, it turned quick. It's the stuff of nightmares for Sri Lanka. Ravindra bowls to Kamindu on the back foot. Plops it up to square leg for 1.
That's exactly what he did.
Come on.
Hold on.
What's happened?
Stuff's been chucked out. Bottles have been thrown onto the ground over the top of a fielder out in the deep. This...
Really?
Yeah, just in the background, a bottle was flung out onto the ground. They'll continue play.
Ravindra bowls outside edge, thick outside edge from Welalagu for 4, down to third man.
So, just caught my eye in the background.
You don't want that.
And one of the fielders was just sort of going, well, what's going on here? They've carried on. That was a thick outside edge. It spun away from the sweeper down there, and Sodi had no play. He's not too quick, Sodhi, in his run chase. That's why he's tucked away at that short third man.
That's where you hide the fielders in this format, at this time of the game. Spin down the leg side. There's an appeal. Has to be a wide.
Yep.
He's ripping him, isn't he?
He sure is. So big angle on that one. So left arm over the wicket to the left-hand bat. So a very attacking line.
6 for 66, Sri Lanka. Let's make that 6 for 67 to finish the over on the Type House scoreboard.
For all your lawn and garden care needs, when a job needs doing, do it with Husqvarna from Mowers Galore. Husqvarna is built to last for years of reliable performance. Like the Husqvarna TS112, a compact garden tractor, now just $3,899 with a 5-year warranty available, save $300. Offer ends Feb 28. Mowers Galore, your authorised Husqvarna dealer offering spare parts, servicing and repairs on all Husqvarna equipment. Mowers Galore, North Geelong, Grovedale, Drysdale and Hoppers Crossing, or mowersgalore.com.au.
6 for 67. Sri Lanka.
Now, we have covered off some golf, but you've got an important round coming up. It's the second round of your club championship.
It is. It's not even the club championship. It's called the Bales Trophy. It's two rounds at Royal Melbourne. One on the west, one on the east in consecutive Saturdays. Playing par. For those who don't know par, you get a plus, a minus, or a half for every hole. So I was +1 last Saturday. So
it's good going.
It's solid. But I'd have to probably be another +2 or 3 to be in the hunt on the east this Saturday. So it's an honour board event. Alex Lavelle won it last year, who's the Cricket Australia GM of Media.
Yes.
He's off 9. Honour board event. I mean, having your name up there would be cool.
Well, all the best for that.
Thank
Glenn
you, Bryce.
Phillips is having a bowl.
Why not? Get through the overs. Glenn Phillips, what does he bowl? Right arm off spin. Not bad. Not the worst at all. Bit of spin. How many balls have been hit to point, Bryce? Hanging in the batter there, including that
15,
one. 15? Yeah.
20.
I was in 20. Glenn Phillips around the wicket to Wellalagoo. 6 for 67, Sri Lanka. Phillips bowls. That's spin. It goes forward a point to the man in the deep on the offside. So Sri Lanka are out of the game. You can't sugarcoat it. You just wonder what they were thinking at the top of the order. If I can just read out some numbers for you. Nasanka made a first ball duck. That happens. Disappointing, but a golden duck.
Good ball.
Ball moved a long way. Good pace. Kasul Mendes, who's an excellent cricketer. We've seen his best in this World Cup. We know he can whack it. 11 from 22 balls. Asalanka into play his first game of the World Cup. 5 from 9. Not great. And then Rathnayake, 10 from 18 at number 5. 3, 4, 5 all chewed him. Phil's bowls outside edge, traditional outside edge. No run to short third man. So your your opener is 11 from 22. Your 3 is 5 from 9. And your 4 is 10 from 18. You're not winning many games of cricket if that happens.
It's remarkable. They just haven't found a way to solve what's been bowled to him.
Phillips bowls, cut Kamindu for 1. Kamindu showed some intent, but only so much one person can do.
Well, they're protecting the boundary now. He's reverse or switch hit, reverse swept a couple of boundaries over the 2 backward points. So they have a deep backward point, which fundamentally is like a deep backward square for those good reverse sweepers. James, you're onto it. And Ngambi.
Reverse switch hit.
It could be buys.
Yeah, what was that? Let's have a look what the umpire decides. I think he's going to give it runs. He is.
Bat.
1 run. No, James and Ngambi, incorrect. Don't know what you heard. Thanks for texting through. 0433 98 11 16. Appreciate the correspondence as always. Phillips bowls. 1 to long on. 6 for 71.
That's the sound of a cricket bat being shaped. Concrete mixing. Socks being stitched. Made right here in Australia. And when you look for products certified with the green and gold kangaroo, you can be confident you're buying an Australian-made product. you're backing local businesses, jobs, and our economy. Look for Australian-made and buy Australian.
Left arm orthodox bowls, and we could be stumped here, Mendes. He was down the pitch. He was shuffling. Ravindra approaches, bowls to Ratnaki, and an identical dismissal.
What's going on?
To his teammate 2 balls earlier. Stumped. Well, that's not one of them. In fact, he might get a wicket. Caught it short, caught it back to point. Shanaka departs, the captain, in soft fashion. Big catastrophe. Switch hit. That is an unbelievable shot. 4.
Nicely done.
Really well played. He can do this. Sting's really got out of it. And it's a slope sweep to long on. He hasn't got any bit of it. It should be out, and it is. Daryl Mitchell takes the catch. Not really sure where Sri Lanka go from here. They're 6 for 71 from 14 overs, thanks to Remitly, worldwide money transfers. In the power play, they went at 3.33. In the next period of play up to the 14th over, they went at just over a run a ball. And it's an innings that's never got going. It's a batting performance that almost has to be seen to be believed.
Yeah. But you don't want to watch it. You won't want to.
Unless you're a sadistic type, which I'm not. But New Zealand will watch it. New Zealand will wake up tomorrow morning going, how good was this?
Yeah. SEN NZ listeners are loving what they're hearing.
You know what's unusual? Some New Zealand shirts have the name on the bottom and some have the name on the top. That's as interesting as Sri Lanka's batting.
It's like someone's mum's done it.
Yeah.
Well, they got the mums to do it, and some did it at the top, some did it at the bottom.
Oh, sorry guys, we got that wrong. Oh well, just take it. So Sanders at the bottom,
with it.
Mitchell's at the top. Bit of uniformity, please. Have you played at Cape Kidnappers in New Zealand? No. I played at Jack's Point. Jack's Point is the most amazing course I've ever played.
Okay.
In Queenstown. I
need to go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
I really do.
Jack's
Not
Point.
only for the golf, but for everything else.
Yep. Jack's Point, Arrowtown, Millbrook, the 2 courses there. Amazing place. So they could wrap this up pretty quickly, New Zealand. If they want to bowl 6 overs a spin, Santner to continue, the captain, bowling to Kamindu. Could be wide down the leg side. Switch hit.
Tried to switch it.
Oh, of course,
opens up both blue lines, so missing there. I think Seifert missed it and hit him on the knee. He's hobbling.
Yeah, not ideal at this time of the game. Yep. Inside of the knee as well, that'll hurt him. Santner bowling to Kamindu. Goes again. This time it doesn't spin. Straight to short third man. No run.
Sodi's in the hot seat there. Looking to hide in the field, but looks like they're really going after the sweeping shots. Lots of spin being used here by New Zealand.
Calls catch it over deep mid wicket. Lands safely. Field in the deep. Ferguson's got his name at the top of his shirt. Come back for 2. What about Flinders Golf Course in the mornings in Peninsula with a second fairway called the Coffin? Miss-hit it and you're dead into Bass Strait. Have you played at Flinders?
Yeah, I have.
Is that a nice course?
Yeah, it is a really nice course, right on the cliff top. My home course, Mornington's a bit like that as well. Cliff top on the Port Phillip Bay.
Is Mornington a private course? You pay membership?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's a members course, a country club, but you can pay green fees.
Yep. I want 2 now to deep mid wicket again, and they should be able to get it. Kamindu showing some intent, just doesn't have any help from his teammates. Get to Scotland and play over there. That'd be great. I played at North Berwick. The links golf is a different breed. It's awesome.
One of my good mates went over and did a tour of Ireland and played golf there. I think he played what have been 14 rounds in 15 days or something like that.
So did you get better or worse by the end there?
Well, it was with a big group and they had a handicap system and movement and all that.
Yeah, it's good. 1 to long on from Kamindu, 6 for 76.
So, look, there's a lot going on my bucket list as I enjoy my golf a lot more.
Of course. In fact, they get 2 there. Well, Bryce, as you ease into retirement at some point from cricket and work, you'll be able to play golf 7 days a week.
Yeah. Well, that'd be the dream, wouldn't
Don't retire from SEN. We need you.
I'm enjoying it too much.
Yeah. Well,
if it's fun, I'm in. And I'm loving what we're doing at SEN Cricket.
Santner bowls. Hoik from Kamindu. Straight to deep mid-wicket. Out. Phillips takes the catch. Kamindu showed some intent. 31 from 22 balls. But he's gone. End of the over. Sri Lanka a 7 for 77, and that's not lucky for them.
Mazda's 2025 play clearance is on now. Don't miss incredible drive-away deals across select 2025 models. Take on the toughest terrain in the top-of-the-range Mazda BT50 SP. Now from $68,990 drive away. Or get the job done with the worksite-ready BT50 XT 4x4 dual cab from $55,990 drive away. Hurry into your local dealership before they're gone. Priced to clear and ready to move. The Mazda plate clearance is on now. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. See Mazda.com.au for details.
7 for 77 for 15. Kamindu Mendes did his best, 31 from 23. But he's out. And Santner has his first.
Well, he hit 4 of the 6 fours that have been hit in this entire innings. Certainly did his best. He was striking at 134. And just quite remarkable. Sorry, 7 fours that have happened in the innings.
Shamira, the new man, he bowled well, mostly. Certainly his first 3 overs. Averages 5 in T20 international cricket from 36 innings, and he's batting at number 9. Gives you an idea of how long this tail is.
Phillips to continue into his second over. He's got none for 4, the part-timer. Off spin.
Phillips bowling to the left-hander and Willagi sweeps it. That's a great shot. That's part of the highlights reel. Might be the only one. 6th over backward square leg.
Very nice shot. Got inside the line. Picked his area. Sweep shot with power. Nailed it.
Old St Andrews Golf Course. Bucket list item with the old man back in 2015. Well worth it, gents. Some James and McGain. I'd love to play there.
Yeah.
There's a Tom Morris grill at St Andrews because old Tom Morris was a famous golfer.
Yeah.
No relation, of course.
You were named after him?
Funny you say that. According to Dad, yes. Mum had no idea that it was a famous golfer name.
Oh, very nicely done.
The grandfather of golf. He started the Open, actually, in the mid-1800s. Phillips bowls to Willagi. 1 to deep point. In fact, they might even come back for 2. They do.
Excellent.
Good running. So, when I went and played golf in Scotland, they thought I was taking the mickey when I said my name because it's such a famous name over there.
Yeah.
Taxi drivers, hotel people, even the golf course said, no, what's your real name? I said, that's my real name. I didn't show my ID. It's a very famous name.
I'm a great-grandson.
Yeah, that's, great, I reckon. Old Tom Morris and young Tom Morris were 2 of the forefathers of the game. Unfortunately, a lot better players than me. Cut away for 1, 7 for 86.
They're better players than you?
Old Tom Morris won 5 Opens, so it's got to be covered.
With a cane stick and a golf ball made out of feathers inside it and stuff like that.
Hickory stick and unkept bunkers and fairways that looked like my nature strip. Different game back then. But old Tom Morris was the one who named it the Open. He said, because it's open to everyone. That's why it's called the British Open is the Open. Yep, it's open to everyone. We'll get the best golfers, but we're not discriminating against if you're here or there or wherever you're from. That's when it started. Sweep shot, plain a miss from Shamira.
Tidy bit of work by Seifert behind the stumps.
Sorry, last one on the golf. I'm on a roll now. North Berwick is a course in Scotland. Beautiful, a really old course, amazing links golf. And I think it's the 16th. There's actually a wall horizontally across the fairway, so it sort of acts like a moat or a bunker. You get a choice to lay up before or to hit over the wall. It's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I've got to experience it.
Yep. Phillips bowls. Good spin into Chimera, inside edge for 1. 82 from 25, the Sri Lankans need. I played a Royal Port Rush in Northern Ireland in 2022, up near Belfast.
Okay.
Amazing course. Played by myself, and playing by yourself's fine unless you get a hole-in-one.
You didn't get a hole-in-one, though,
No.
did you? No.
But I didn't want to.
No, that's very true.
It's an absolute nightmare. What do you do?
How do you get around on your own?
Well, I put myself down first on the timesheet. I had the reciprocal from my club here.
Yep.
No one put their name down next to me, so I just went around by myself. Beautiful course.
Ow!
There's an appeal for a stumping. Well, like he was trying to cut, play and miss. That won't be out. That will be the end of the over. 7 for 87, Sri Lanka.
Echo. Hear that? Echo for hard-working quality chainsaws, mowers and trimmers professionals rely on. Designed to renowned high Japanese build standards, Echo is synonymous with quality outdoor power garden products that lead the way for cutting performance and durability. Echo. Made with professional-grade components and precision to ensure maximum value, they're backed by Echo's industry-leading 5-year domestic and 2-year commercial warranty. Echo. Power on and on. Available at selected dealers.
New Zealand will win this one and they'll go to 3 points with a game to play. That game is against England, isn't it? England, New Zealand, it must be, which will determine who tops the group, whereas Pakistan will play against Sri Lanka for bragging rights on Saturday night, I think that game is. We'll talk a bit of golf because we may as well. Dean says, I worked at Mount Martha Golf Course in 1998 for 1 year. Forest Drive, nice course. Loved mowing the fairways. Ravindra wants 5. Playing a miss from Chimera. Good spin.
Beautifully bowled. He's extracted more spin than any other spinner in this match. Got the Soul Glow hair. It beats the outside edge. Slipping play here. Chimera feeling for that with an open blade. He's got 1 off 3.
Ravindra bowls, pitched up.
Oh, he's hunting wickets now.
Single to long on.
Really threw that up. Only get 1. Just trotting through for a single as it went to wide mid-on. So, best figures in T20 International versus Sri Lanka. Rachin Ravindra.
What's the shopping receipt?
4 for 20.
What's Seifert talking about? What's a shopping receipt?
Shopping receipt.
What he's talking about there. Ravindra bowls. Pulled away, loose delivery. Past short fine leg. For 4. Willalagi, the left-hander. That's an easy shot, given the spin and the slowness of the deck. He bowls some bad balls, Ravindra.
He has.
But he's also bowled some absolute jaffers.
He's getting a lot of spin and it's just creating a big angle. Down there was Henry gritting his teeth as he went to run around and slide. He put everything into that. Couldn't cut it off. Old smiles, the New Zealanders. On and off the field.
Round the wicket, Ravindra now. That's pulled away. Nicely done. Back in the crease. Willalagi, who moves to 23 from 12, doing his job, but sadly this target for them is well out of reach. They're chasing 169. Sri Lanka's batting against England and their batting against New Zealand is honestly associate level standard.
It is.
It really is. Yes, they bowled poorly in the last 4 or 5 overs, but by and large, their batting has cost them a spot in the semi-finals. Defence into the offside from Willalagi, no run.
So what's your comment on this text that's come through? This effort just shows how far off the pace the Aussies were. I don't know how the selectors could have thought that a complete spare parts team would be successful. Australia got beaten by Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. How do those form lines stack up now?
Well, Zimbabwe got belted, didn't they, the other night? And Sri Lanka have lost 3 in a row since that night. Single to deep square leg, end of the over. Fair text from 566. Very hard to argue with that. 7 for 95.
Stop by Metro Petroleum and cool off with the Mr. Whippy Ice Cream Cup. Try all fun flavours for $3.50 each or 2 for $6. A limited time only deal. Ready to activate your best self? Refresh with the bold, fruity taste of V Energy Strawberry Crush. Enjoy 2 500ml cans for only $9 and boost your day the fruity way. Available now at all participating Metro Petroleum locations, February 1st to 28.
7 for 95. Sri Lanka are about to be bundled out of this World Cup with a game to spare, just like Pakistan were.
Ravindra, 4 overs, 4 for 27 to go alongside his 32 off 22.
Philip Sawelagi, 1 to deep point. What's your strength as a golfer? What's your weakness?
GP!
We're diving deep here, aren't we?
I'm interested.
I would say what I've practiced a fair bit and has improved immensely and helped me improve is short game, pitching.
So within 50
chipping,
metres, yeah.
Chipping, pitching,
putting.
Putting's improved a bit.
Yeah.
Occasional 3-putt, but
yeah. Phillips bowling to Chimera. Might have got through on his pad. Might be a wide. Either way, it's a single. Let's have a look at the umpire decides. It's off the bat. No, it's off. It's a bye.
Bye.
Interesting. That's the bye was the last thing it would be. Down the leg side.
Well, it's down leg side. It's got to be a wide.
And what's your weakness then? If you have one. What are you less confident over?
Maybe long irons.
Like 4 irons.
Yeah, they're hard to hit. I don't even think the pros like hitting them nowadays. They go to different clubs.
Cut to short third man from Wellalagi. No run.
So they're not reading the game too well there. Finn Allen's down there and he's got no arm. Like he cannot throw. He just underarms the ball back. You just take a single every time you hit it there. Back up and go. Nothing on the whiteboard before the game about that.
Phillips to Wellalagi. Sweep shot. To deep backward square for 1. He's 26 from 17. Sri Lanka are limping towards what would be an embarrassing exit from this World Cup, given how well they played against Australia. They'll lose 3 in a row after that. Yeah. Zimbabwe, England, and New Zealand, and thoroughly outplayed in all 3, to be fair. Not even close. Phillips bowls Chimera. There's an appeal for LBW. It was helped around the corner. I think even if it did hit his pad, he was outside the off stump. Stay tuned because the Salty Bulldog isn't far away. He's had a big day. You know our producer, the Salty Bulldog,
yes,
one of the great men here at SEN, does a fantastic job.
Matthew Donald.
A number of different roles. And if you want to know, if you're a young journalism kid coming through, I tell you how you succeed, you're multi-skilled. And Salty is multi-skilled, does a lot of different stuff. Hold that thought. In fact, we'll do it the next over with Phil's bowling to Wellalagi. Cut away to deep point for 1. That's the 100 up. Bronx cheers, 7 for 100.
Kia's summer offers just got hotter with incredible value on 2025 build models at your Kia dealer now. Whether it's the full electric experience or the hybrid adventure you're after, Kia has you covered with the World Car of the Year EV3 now starting from $46,990 drive away, and the new hybrid Sportage from only $44,490 drive away. Hurry in for these incredible Kia summer offers at your Kia dealer now.
Kia, movement that inspires.
So 69 from 12 balls Sri Lanka need. They're done.
So we talk like that, but at the end of the 16th over, that's going back a couple of overs. New Zealand was 6 for 98.
Yeah.
7 for 87. So the difference was only 11 runs.
Amazing, isn't it? Yeah. But Sri Lanka haven't looked like it.
They haven't even tried. Have they tried?
No. Sander with a name at the bottom of his shirt, bowls, hits the glove of the batter and trickles to the keeper on the ground. So Salty's a multi-skilled producer, panel op, commentator, host, you name it, he's got it. He won a podcast award yesterday, sorry.
Did he really? I didn't know this.
In the VAFA, yep. The footy, the Victorian Amateur Footy Association.
Congratulations, Matthew Donald.
Well done. Single to long on. No, that'll be a single from while he's a long on. He moves to 28, 7 for 101. He won the podcast, but that means he hasn't slept all day. So he's here. He's probably had a couple of very quiet drinks celebrating his win as he deserved his podcast victory. Got his trophy. And he's going to be taking you through the next hour or so till 5 a.m, analysing what has been a shocking loss for Sri Lanka. But awards don't grow on trees, Bryce. You know?
That's a mighty effort.
Good on him.
Well done.
One of the great men. And a very good operator as well, can I just add.
Yep.
Always dresses the part. Very important.
Best dressed.
Best dressed. Sander bowls to Chimera. Chimera takes the one down to deep mid-wicket. They're just playing for time now. It's almost like they just need a truce and just call it off. Like tea time in a club cricket game. Two teams shake hands and move on. Imagine that at a T20. We done? Yeah, all good. Thanks, brother. Yeah, no worries. Sander bowls. That is so slow. Cut away to deep point for one.
That was really slow.
76 k's an hour. 47 miles per hour on the old scale.
In the school zone, 40 k's an hour.
Yeah. Between 3 and 5 in Cheltenham. I know that because I drive to and from golf at that time. It kills me when I'm driving 40 at 3 o'clock. The school hasn't finished yet. The school zone should start when school finishes. Sander bowls, sweep shot, plain to miss.
Slow, loopy left arm spin. It's taken plenty of spin, this pitch.
And every chance to get pinged if you're going 60 in a 40 zone because you think it's still 60. 20 kilometres over the limit, bang, license gone. Anyway, no need to whinge about that right now. Sander to Chimera, pulled to deep mid wickets for at least one. Throw comes in.
Oh, they're walking it.
They're walking one. Because you know why?
It's T20.
Yeah, why would you show intent? It's only a short form game, 7 for 104. I would love to know what Sri Lanka say about their own performance here. I would love to know internally how critical they are of their top order in particular for showing next to no intent.
But can I point out again, after 16 overs, New Zealand was 6 for 98.
Yeah.
They're only 11 runs behind that, but they've shown zero intent all the way through. So if New Zealand can find a way out, they were only one more wicket off and 11 runs behind that. Like, I'm just staggered at how disappointing Sri Lanka have been in this run chase. They've refused to have a go. The only people having a go are the crowd. They are gone.
Rightly so. Get the nearest train home. Phillips bowls. Sweep shot inside edge from Chimera. Last over the innings. You're really airing all your grievances tonight, Tommy. That's from James. I'll tell you this. I got more grievances, but I'll keep them to myself. Because the world is a good place fundamentally, and I'm enjoying calling the cricket with Bryce, but geez, that's this Sri Lankan performance. If there was SEN Candy, the phone lines would be blowing up. Flick to deep, flick to 45 for a single from Chimera. Phillips bowling his last over, and everyone's leaving early. It's like a GWS Giants game on a Sunday at the MCG. Get home. You've seen enough.
This is Festivus for you, Seinfeld Festivus. The airing of grievances.
I do enjoy Seinfeld. Do enjoy Seinfeld a lot. Are you a Seinfeld guy?
Yes.
Who's your favourite Seinfeld character?
George.
Yeah, it has to be George. I'm with you there. George's relationship with his parents, to me, is as good as TV gets.
Yeah. So well done.
Shut up, Mum. Slog sweep. Good fielding from the man in the deep. I don't think his feet were on the rope at the time. He patted it back to his teammate. Kept it to 2. 7 for 105. Don't even check it upstairs. It's game over. The net run rate won't matter in this group anyway. Sri Lanka are about to be bundled out.
They'll be checking it. Let's go to the replay.
What do you think?
It kind of gets all staggered and foot drags and the ball's away. I think it's all clear. Rod Tucker, the man up there, will be watching the video with an astute eye.
Rod Tucker's falling asleep like everyone else in the ground. What were they after the power play? Sri Lanka, 20 or something? 2
for 20.
It's an astonishingly bad power play. 6 overs. 2 for 20.
Yep.
If they're 5 for 20, that'd almost be better. Phillips bowling to Wellagi. Sweep shot, should be out, and is. Phillips takes his first, and Willoughby departs for a well-made 29. Quarter deep back in square.
Well, an off spinner, loopy, high, taking some spin, bit of a top edge on the sweep shot. He's showing some good intent, particularly with the sweep shot. But it's risky with a ball that is bouncing and turning away from you. Took the top edge, 29 off 23. 2 4s and a 6. A brave innings as he came in that lower order.
8 for 105. Fikshana is the new man. Josh, interesting text message. Can't read it out on air, but I think it's a valid point. Salty's not far away, award-winning podcaster. What do you got planned today, Bryce?
A bit of a sleep. Take some sleep. And prepare for tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, midnight. We're back on 3 in a row.
Who have you got? Fikshana is going to face Phillips with 2 balls remaining in a horrible innings from Sri Lanka. 8 for 105 they are. They're only chasing 169. Wasn't like they were chasing 220. Down the pitch, showing his teammates how to do it, smacking it to long off for 1.
So India, Zimbabwe.
Okay. So India need to win well. I mean, they can win and get through, but ideally for them, they need to win one of the last 2 games well.
They do.
And the other game they need to win. So
they're under pressure.
1 big win and 1 normal win would likely be enough.
I wonder if Zimbabwe's form can hold up.
Last ball. Phillips bowls. And Shamira hoists it to deep mid-wicket for 1. It was a terrible batting display from Sri Lanka. They were in such a good position after 15 overs with the ball. And they hand over New Zealand a 61-run deficit. Doesn't tell the true picture. The highlights reel, or in Sri Lanka's case, the lowlights reel, will paint that picture, and it will be bleak watching for years to come. Sri Lanka are out of the World Cup. They won't be playing semi-final cricket. New Zealand march on, defeating the hosts by 61 runs.
Quite a remarkable game. As you said, at the 15th over, the end of that in the New Zealand innings, so a 6 for 90 and going nowhere, and suddenly it just lit up. That was Santner with 47 off 26. He back-ended the innings, and they just went ballistic and ended up setting a target of 169, and they've just stumbled. They really didn't give a yelp. I don't know why their batting innings had showed zero intent, even for scoring 4s, and it was staggering just how poor it was. 8 4s and 1 6 for an entire innings when your World Cup was on the line is frankly astonishing, and they just couldn't get going. That's the end of the road for Sri Lanka. So disappointing.
The only other one that's disappointed is Bharat, because it means we've got a dead rubber on Saturday night that we'll sit through.
Well, that is a bit deflating. But SEN cricket bring you everything.
We'll ramble.
Yeah.
Bharat and I like to ramble, as you and I like to ramble.
Yeah. You can talk about Bharat's golf game.
Yeah, he wants to get into golf.
Yeah, he should.
He said, can they dress colourfully? I said, you can.
Oh, man.
It's going to tuck your shirt in. I said.
Does he know about a guy called John Daly?
I reckon he would know who John Daly is, yes.
You can dress like that. He dresses like that every day anyway.
He does. He drinks a little bit less than John Daly and doesn't smoke like him, but also doesn't hit the ball as far. So everyone's leaving this stadium in Colombo. I can imagine the Sri Lankan supporters are incredibly disappointed because they were right in the game when, after 15 overs with the ball, Bryce, what was the score?
6 for 90.
They had New Zealand 6 for 90.
and going nowhere.
And stuck in quicksand. Enter Mitch Santner and Cole McConkey. Cole McConkey, by the way, couldn't face spin to save himself, but they found a way. Santner 47 from 26 balls. McConkey 31 not out from 23 balls. The highest ever 7th wicket partnership in a T20 World Cup saw New Zealand to 7 for 168. A score which I think you suggested at the halfway mark and beforehand was about par, about the right score. If Sri Lanka batted well, they'd get there. If New Zealand bowled well, they might be able to defend it. But from the very first ball of Sri Lanka's innings, they were out of the running. Nasanka picked up a golden duck. He was bowled by Henry with a ball that darted back between bat and pad. And then instead of getting out or hitting out, Kusal Mendes, Asalanka and Rathnayake proceeded to block for the next 7 or 8 overs, which left Sri Lanka at 2 for 20 after 6 in the power play. And after 10, what were they after 10, Bryce, Sri Lanka?
After 10 overs, they were 4 for 45.
They would have been better off being 7 for 45 because at least they were having a go. But they were nudging and nurdling, and from there, it was a long way home. All out, not all out, 8 for 107. Willagi top scored with 29. It's a deflatingly poor performance from a country and a team which promised so much just 3 games ago, defeating Australia.
Just so disappointing, and I was really looking forward to tonight's game. You know, we called it as a couple of the heavyweights coming in. We're going to see a great battle, and it's New Zealand have just showed their class in how to hang into a game. They did it with their batting innings and bowling-wise, they were able to deliver. Here's the player of the match.
Yes, it's Ravindra for his 4 for and also 32.
For 27 with the ball. Rachin, congratulations. How are you feeling after that emphatic win?
Yeah, I mean, it's always pleasing to have a win like that and come in their own conditions and play a good game of cricket. Obviously, credit to Sri Lanka. They're amazing, especially at home, but it was almost a pretty much complete performance, and it was awesome to see contributions across the board from our team.
4 for 27 is an almighty performance out here with the ball. How much did you take out of the batting into your bowling in terms of how you adjusted to the surface?
Yeah, I guess understanding that slower was better, and I think there was a few stats that was put up even before our game against Pakistan in terms of under 85k and the purchase you get from the surface, and no one better than Santner, the captain, to tell you to bowl slow. He's obviously a master in that craft, so we all sort of thought about it as a spin group and decided pace off was better, especially the way Mahesh bowled to us with those heavy offies and slow, showed there's a little bit of purchase in there.
How important is it for you to get it right with the ball? We know what you can do with the bat, but when it comes to your bowling, how important?
Yeah, I guess for me it's about offering a contribution to the team, and that to me is an important thing. I guess being able to bat in the top 3 and offer some overs helps the balance the team out a little bit. Obviously in these conditions I tend to bowl a little bit more than I do at home. I'm just glad to be in the game no matter what, and it feels like even if you don't have such a good day with the bat, you can contribute with the ball and vice versa.
Absolutely, and talking of contributions, you've done it in both tonight, but the crowd, how much did it spur you on knowing that they were getting more and more quiet when you were bowling?
Yeah, I mean, it's a quote, right, like a crowd quiet, but honestly I think the Sri Lankan crowd was amazing. They obviously got up and hearing the national anthem and little things like that are pinch yourself moments and makes you remind you why you play this game, and I think there's a period where they were screaming New Zealand, New Zealand, and again those moments are pretty cool, and it's always the reason why you want to play on these stages, and you know, credit to them, they've turned up in massive numbers whenever Sri Lanka's played.
Yeah, they absolutely have. Well, congratulations tonight, enjoy the celebrations, and we'll see you for the England game.
Great, thank you, Laura.
That's the man of the match, and rightly so for his 4 for, and he made important runs at the top of the order as well, Bryce. A final word on tonight's game?
Well, New Zealand, they find their way to another pointy end of the tournament. Good luck to them, and Sri Lanka, very disappointing.
Yeah. It just proves Sri Lanka was nowhere near it, really. And New Zealand is clearly in the best 4 teams. They've still got some holes. They're not an amazing team, but they went to foreign conditions. They haven't played in Sri Lanka yet this World Cup, and they performed extremely well, even under duress when they were, 6 for 90 after 15 overs.
Yeah, they found a way, and that was on the back of their skipper, who just organised things. Mitch Santner just got things organised and made sure that they had a target. And they probably got a whole lot more than they expected as the pressure went on to the Sri Lankan bowlers late in the innings. They back-ended it really well, boundaries everywhere. The bowlers dished up a lot of stuff that could go over the fence, and that's what happened. And, it just became a bridge too far and really broke the Sri Lankans. I think the momentum broke, the cord broke, and they just their hearts were broken and they couldn't find a way with the bat in hand to make any inroads to that target.
It also means that Pakistan are essentially knocked out of this World Cup as well. They can't make up that net run rate even if they win their last game and New Zealand lose their last game. So Pakistan will be going home without a semi-final performance. So we'll see a semi-final crew of South Africa, of
New Zealand, and then the other group. What is it? The other side. It'll be England, and then one of West Indies or South Africa or India, won't it? Yeah, that's exactly right. West Indies clear on top there with that run rate just blowing away Zimbabwe. So they're right at the very top. South Africa's form looks irresistible, and India need to find a way to get through. Only 2 get through out of that group, and India got their work cut out with a net run rate, which is nearly 8 runs behind the West Indies up top.
There you go, hard. Bryce, well done tonight. I've enjoyed your work.
It's always great to be alongside you.
Probably a game we won't necessarily remember for a long time because Sri Lanka was so poor, but it also speaks to Australia's early exit from the World Cup. They've lost to a team badly, which isn't really that good in their home conditions. Thanks for your company as well, wherever you listened around Australia or around the globe. Thanks for all your text messages. Thanks to Stingray. Thanks to Dean. Thanks for your golf chat as well from Brett and Chris. Appreciate all your correspondence. We'll do the same tomorrow night when the West Indies take on South Africa from 8 p.m. Melbourne time, and then India versus Zimbabwe this time tomorrow. In fact, this time in 2 days. No, this time tomorrow. That's the time of the night it is. There we go. That's the end. New Zealand, far too good for Sri Lanka, bundling them out of the World Cup to the tune of 61 runs.
SEN's expert coverage of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup for Host Plus. Named Best Super Fund by Money Magazine, Finder and Mozo. That's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. Check the PDS and TND at hostplus.com.au.